All right, good evening, dear friends and family on Facebook and on YouTube. I want to say a good evening to you from Kyiv, Ukraine. Welcome to another episode on the Pastoring Without Tears with Anu Ojo. Well, it's always a privilege and an honor to be on your screens every Friday. We are always discussing here on Fridays about pastors, how to equip pastors, how to equip the body of Christ. And I remember when we started this show, a few weeks into the show, Pastoring Without Tears, we had a lot of positive feedbacks. People saying, "Well, this show, why is it called Pastoring Without Tears?" I think, or many people were saying this should be living without tears or life without tears. Basically, because the content of this show isn't limited to just pastors. The truths, the principles, the values that we share here, they're as useful to pastors as they are to even if you're an engineer or you're a medical doctor, just to anybody at all. And that's the reason why a lot of people were saying this, but we had to maintain the title because the focus of this program was to equip the pastors. And I remember the conversation I had with Dr. Sunday when he was telling me about the whole vision of this program when we started. And it was like, a lot of people think he is against the church, that he is an antichrist, he is coming to just expose the bad and the deception in the African church. But he told me his heart that he really wants them to know that no, I am your contemporary. I'm a pastor myself, and I've been in this for years. And he just wanted to create an avenue for him to pour out his art, to show and to teach any pastor there or any desiring pastor on the truth, on the values and certain kingdom understanding that would help them to do church right. And that was what gave birth to this series of program titled Pastoring Without Tears. Well, you might think, why am I talking about the origin of this series? Well, it is because this is the 40th episode on Pastoring Without Tears, and it is also the final episode. Well, I don't know how you received that news, but well, we'll be moving on to addressing other issues. But without further ado, I would like to bring Dr. Sunday. He's here with me in the studio, but I would like him to just say hello to our viewers and our loved ones far and wide. Good evening, Dr. Sunday.
Good evening, sir. How are you doing today?
Well, I'm excited to be on this seat. As always.
It's always not just a hot seat, but an exciting seat as well.
Sir. Of course. And I want to also say thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the privilege to host this show and to have these conversations, and for us to be, for me to be a channel and an instrument to be a blessing to people who are watching us all over the world.
Yep. I want to greet everybody that is with us today as well. Welcome. Sorry that we came late. We really came late today. Today's lateness is more than usual. It's because we're having some other meetings that that we had to attend. Both myself and I know I had to attend that meeting, so that's why we came a bit late. So apologies to all of you. But you see, if you notice, the book that is in the middle of us is about nation building again. And this is because we are nearing Nigeria's independence, 59th independence anniversary of Nigeria. So Nigeria is going to be 59 on the 1st, next week, right? Or the upper week. So towards that time, towards the independence of Nigeria, I decided to release this book to give direction to a lost nation. To a nation that is trapped in the wilderness of life and of development. And I hope that this book will be of an immense blessing to my nation and to the nations of the world. So thanks to Nigeria, and because of Nigeria, I am giving birth to I released this book. We are giving birth to this book, and I say that Nigeria is a blessing in that sense to the nations of the world, because other nations are going to read it and are going to be blessed as well. So the title of the book is The Value-Driven Nation. The Value-Driven Nation. And I would like to, I would like to say that title itself should talk volume, especially to the informed, to people who are informed, to people who know the worldview of DSA. They should have some understanding about what this book is about. But I think we'll start with Arno, because I don't know if you read the book or you went through it. You went through the book or you read it. So what do you say? The value-driven nation. You know, I've written The Kingdom-Driven Life. Yeah. And this one is also driven, but not kingdom, so to say, value-driven. Not life now, but nation.
Yeah. First is, this when I went through this book, I think I had similar feelings that like I did when I was when I read through your book on the purpose and
calling of nations.
Discovering the purpose and calling of nations. Why? Because your books about nations bring a level of understanding that if every nation lives and is driven by those understanding that you share in your books, then I think it will be difficult for us to have things like third world nation, second world nation, first world nation. And anyone who studies these books and analyzes them well, you would be able to see what makes one nation first world and the other what they call third world. You would understand what makes a nation developed and civilized. Because people, let's take for example, people in Africa or in Nigeria, we love to experience life abroad. So we travel to maybe the UK or to the US and we see how things function there and we love it. We love how the system works. We love the fact that their things are just working well. But I think coming from the kind of culture that we have or the kind of worldview that we have that is about consumerism, we fail to really understand what is making this works. And that's exactly what your book does. So your book brings an understanding or gives understanding to the readers why these nations are the way they are. So you go to a nation like Nigeria, where it's difficult for you to have a deal and say, okay, this is a deal. I can go and sleep. I don't have to worry that this deal would be broken. And of course, we see the effect of that kind of culture that we have in Nigeria, that kind of reality. But then you travel to other nations like Switzerland, where honesty, integrity, you see it. You go there, you have a deal. So sometimes you don't have to even sign a contract. We just have to have a conversation, and with a shake of hands, our deal is gone, and I can go and sleep. And countries like Switzerland or some other countries, things are working well in those countries. But we come to a country like Nigeria and Africa, but things are not happening. But many times people don't understand why is it like that. So when you write a book like the value-driven nation, it gives an enlightenment to the readers why nations are the way they are now, and why some are civilized, some are developed, while others are not. And it gives a compass for every nation. That as a nation, if you want to get this kind of results, then you must follow these principles. Because living by the principle of cause and effect, any nation that you see that is developed, any nation that you see that is civilized, it is because there is a cause. And the cause is exactly what you're trying to expostulate in this book. That it is because they are driven by certain values. So you can read this book and you can become an advisor to governments. You can read
the most important thing, your eyes will be open.
Of course.
You will know how to fix even Nigeria, your nation, any nation.
That's why I said that. Because you just see clueless people who
everybody, your eyes will be open.
Just see that, come on,
you will not be complaining and just be wondering.
You just know that this is the reason why we are where we are. And that's part of my experiences when I went to Nigeria. People don't know why they are where they are. We don't know why Nigeria is where it is right now. We think we know. And oftentimes, Nigerians are very confident that they know that this is why Nigeria is like this.
And they will always tell you it's because of the government, and the government is corrupt and things like that.
But then, when you read a book like this, that journals and gives you real life history, historical facts, I mean, you see it based, and you see the research, the findings that, hey, if the Europe you see today wasn't the Europe that was there some
300
years ago, but it was because there are some individuals
who
set the nation on the track of values, and then as soon as they did that, it just became automatic. They just took their nation and said, for this nation to be civilized, for us to be developed, then we must place it on that track of values and let that nation be driven by values. And that's why we see the Europe that we see America that we see today. And if you compare it to nations in Africa, then we can understand why we are where we are. So it's a book, it's an enlightening book, and it's a book that anyone who really wants to understand what makes nations develop, what makes nations die, you can get it from this book.
Yeah, I'm glad that I'm able to present this for the development of Nigeria and for people who might be interested in the growth and development of Nigeria. They have a textbook.
Of course, Pastor.
A workbook to go by.
Of course, Pastor. And I mean, anyone who has read your book, The Nigerian Leadership Question, that pretty gives just a tip of the iceberg of what to expect in this book. Because in that book, your thesis was that leadership is not the greatest problem of Africa or Nigeria as it may be, that our greatest problem is with our values. And one of your favorite quotes, which anyone who follows you would know that, and you always say it, that nations are not wealthy,
are not great,
or are not wealthy by the wealth of their virtues, by the virtue of their wealth, but by the wealth of their virtues. I repeat it. Nations are not great by the virtues of their wealth, but by the wealth of their virtues. And what that means is, if we can fix our value system as a nation, then we can fix our nation. And
And the book is here.
And that's the book exactly. The book is The Value-Driven Nation. So it's a book that every Nigerian must get to read, every African must read, and not just every African, but everybody in the whole world actually.
Who is interested in his own nation.
His nation must read. It'll give you light. And when light comes, understanding comes, and then you can know what to do to help your nation. So thank you.
The Value-Driven Nation. So what do you say about the title?
The Value-Driven Nation. I think in the last week conversation, I was still reflecting on that conversation that we had last week. At this point, let me just come in to say that, viewers, if you missed last week,
Pastoring
Without Tears, I really want to encourage you to please go back. Just go to Dr. Sunday Elijah on YouTube, search for Pastoring Without Tears, and you'll see the last episode that we had last week. It was amazing. And it was during the time when Pastor was talking about one of his recent books on the supremacy and the preeminence of truth. And Pastor made a very profound statement that truth should be the compass for life. That I've been reflecting on that at least for the past 1 week, about truth being the compass for life. So what that means is a life that is void of truth lacks direction, and I mean that life will end up in wherever. So bringing that understanding also to the title of this book, The Value-Driven Nation, I see value also as the compass for any nation. So every nation should have certain values that not just should be written in books or in papers as we have it in Nigeria, but that will be engraved in the consciousness of every citizen of that nation, that this is our nation, these are the values that we live by, and every citizen of that nation would be conscious of those values and would live by those values. So that's what I see from that title. Value-driven nation is like you're giving the compass for every nation. That every nation should be driven by values.
Excellent, excellent. Well, this is not the only book that I wrote this time that I'm releasing today.
Oh,
we have.
Don't get surprised by that.
We have the second book.
Yeah, holistic person.
And you see the design of this one is totally different.
Yeah.
And it stands out.
Mm-hmm.
And but you don't know anything about this one.
Yeah, holistic personality.
You don't have an idea.
How to enjoy.
I don't even think you can guess.
No, get rid of what's that? Discontent forever.
You don't have your glasses, huh?
It's not really
Okay. You can't read it.
It's blurry.
Get rid of.
I think what I'm saying there is discontent forever or something like that. Realize your. Well, my eyes are bad.
Yeah, holistic personality is the name of the book. Holistic personality. What do you think it's about?
Many thoughts. I mean, I've been a student of DSA school. There are many thoughts that come to my mind talking about holistic personality. But well, I don't know. It would be great if you can shed light on it.
You don't know at all.
I have thoughts in my mind, but I don't know. I don't know the direction of the book, because I know that when you write, your choice of word for that holistic and combining with personality might not be what I think it is. So let me give you the floor to tell us what it's about, if you don't mind.
So you are throwing it back to me.
It would be great. I mean, it's great for me for you to open my eyes to see what is here.
Okay. This book is about how a person could live a satisfactory and satisfying, happy life all the time.
Okay. Is that possible?
So this is about how to be holistic in every area of life. So this book is about being whole, being thoroughly whole, how to live and be satisfied and happy with or without money. Major Yapsha himself, not an advice. With or without money. How to be, when you have money, how to live and still be satisfied and holistic. How to, when you have money, because most people, when they have money, they lose it. Then also, when you don't have money, how to live and still be holistic. You said, is that possible? Yes, we see that it's possible, especially when you look at what Paul said, that I've learned to live in abundance and in lack. I've learned to abound both in lack and in abundance. But how to do that practically in today's world is what this book is about. This book, I am writing in this book, what is the word I'm looking for? I am going into polemics in this book against Abraham, what was his name? Maslow.
Okay.
You know, there is this philosopher they call Abraham Maslow, that is having a pyramid hierarchy of joy
of man's need,
of human needs. Yeah, and I'm disproving disproving that whole concept that he has, that pyramid, in this book.
It'll be interesting to see.
So it's a good one.
Wow. Of course, I would never have guessed.
Because Abraham Maslow's approach to life is that there are some basic needs that a man must have for him to be happy.
Yeah.
And that until those basic needs are there, that a man can never be satisfied or happy in life. Yeah. But in this book, I'm disproving that and saying that no, that pyramid has to be reversed. And that the things that are supposed to make you happy are not those things that is mentioned in that pyramid. And then I'm giving the solution and the way out on how to be happy when you have and when you don't have. Even those things.
Wow. Then that's going to be interesting to read.
How to be fulfilled and satisfied. So if you look at Nigeria, everybody is complaining that there is poverty, there is no money, and they are using that as an excuse why they cannot be fulfilled or happy in life. Some other people are even going further than that. I've heard a friend of mine, Pastor Sam Adeyemi, mentioning in his teachings that the reason for the crime in Nigeria and the corruption is because of poverty. And there are a lot of people who buy into that school of thought in Nigeria. I mean, even pastors buy into that. So see how the world philosophy and worldview has so much influenced us that we are no more standing on the kingdom principles and the kingdom truth, that we believe that it is what happens in a nation that determines your output, that determines your behavior and your life. So it is now saying that it is people live from outside in, that it is what happens outside that determines your value and that determines your being, who you are. So you are bad because the economy is bad. That is totally against the kingdom approach and the biblical worldview. It's supposed to be no because of the principles and of truth and the principles of the kingdom and the reality of the God that is inside of us. We bring him out to influence and to dictate and change the reality of poverty, bad, evil reality that we find ourselves in. We don't become bad because of the bad economy. We don't become evil because of the evil. We don't become corrupt because of the corrupt nation. But people don't know how to live that life. People don't know how to change that situation, how to change that system. People don't know how to live in such a way that the country is bad and corrupt, and then you will not be, and then you will still even come and change it. People don't understand that. That's what this book is about. So in any situation where you find yourself, to be holistic. So for example, if you leave Nigeria, that is, you are a believer in Nigeria, you are praying, because you need God, that's because you are living the way we are, from the reality. So because in that case, then you will leave Nigeria and go to America where everything is there. You don't need to pray for anything. And then you will stop praying because you are living like it is where you are that determines, you are living by the principles of Maslow, Abraham Maslow. But that is living by the world philosophy. So people are not holistic. But what I'm saying is that you can live the same way with the same quality of life in Nigeria as you live in America. And then when they bring you back to Nigeria again, you will still be living that same quality of life. And then we take you back to America again, you will still be the same. Then you take you back to Nigeria, you will still be the same. You will be whole. You are whole. You are so much whole inside that you will be whole everywhere. That is why the holistic. Holistic.
Wow.
Not holy, but holistic. I don't know if I'm making a point. If you are driving in the point.
You're driving in the point, and I think it's a book I'm really curious to see how to do it, because
this is the highest level of value. This is for you to live like this. Those books, the one I wrote in that book, the value-driven life. Yeah. Those values must have eaten you in and out.
Of course.
So for you to live like this, in fact, the lady that edited the book for me, after the book, because I wrote the book in Russian, and then we translated it to English, so we had to give it to somebody who understands good English to help us. So there was this woman in Nigeria that helped us edit it. When she finished this book, she's been a believer for 30 years. She said, now I know that I don't even know what it means to be a believer. She said, now I know that I was not born again. I don't even know God. Now I have to start my journey all over again. Now I want to get to know this kind of God. This is a different level. She was going to, out of those 20 years or 30 years that she's been a believer, she was going to Winners for 20 years. She has been a leader and every elder and everything there. But when she read the book, she discovered that she has to even start Christianity all over again. We don't even know. She said there is no Christ. Now, that was after this book. She said, now I know there is no church in Nigeria. She agreed. Wow. By force.
And the book does not have to do with church. It's holistic personality.
It does. No, just as an individual.
Just an individual.
That is why you see, for example, when a pastor friend of mine, that is very known in Nigeria, Pastor Wale Oke, he went to England one time, and at the border, they stopped him. And they were telling him, what are you coming to England to do? You are coming here too often. He said, no, I'm a pastor, I'm a bishop. I'm coming to speak in our church, he said. So then they said, what message did you preach last Sunday? How do we know that you are a pastor? So he said, but I'm a bishop, I cannot lie. So the woman took him aside and said, so you mean that because you are a bishop, you cannot lie? He said, yes, because I'm a pastor, I'm a bishop, I cannot lie because, I'm a Christian. He said, so if you are not a Christian and you are not a pastor and you are not a bishop, so that means that is permissible and it is possible. So it is possible that people who are not Christians, who are not, it is somehow permissible or permitted for them they can afford to lie. So, and the bishop said it never even occurred to her like that. That is an unbeliever, non-Christian. So this bishop himself was telling the story that, so these white Europeans, so they don't even lie anywhere. How can they not just lie? Either they're Christians or they're not Christians, because they are whole. So the contract they are signing with you, they obey the law. Either anybody is looking or nobody is looking, or either They are just holistic. For example, somebody, I think it was with Tokwe, I was doing a program the other day. No, I'm not Tokwe. Somebody called in from Texas or so, I think. Yeah, and he was saying, I think Oluwa Jesu or something. He was good as Jesu, something Jesu. And no, maybe not. I don't remember the person. The person said, America, the way America is now, is that they make you lie everywhere. America makes you to lie or maybe it was ID, or somebody said that. So America makes you to lie. And for me, I don't see it like that. Rather, for me, America makes you to live right. But for people who are born there, who know this, them, who are all holistic personality there, they do it. They don't even feel that stress. But people who come from our own side, who are not whole, everything that America demands is making them to compromise. Wow. Because they are not whole. Because that is, yes, because they are not living the principles from inside out. They are being forced to live it from outside. So it's the same thing for our people in Europe. Is that everything is making them to, that's why you find Nigerians who are using other people's identity to work. They are lying about their documents in England. They are living there, they are lying, they are using other people's names, they are not whole. So they are thinking that it is Britain that is the problem. That this country is so bad, there is no way you can live in this country right. Because this is the country, this country is, because they are not whole. So how do you become such an individual that will be so whole everywhere? That is what this book is.
Wow. Well, that's deep.
Very deep.
That's deep.
Very deep. Very deep.
That's deep.
Holistic personality.
Wow.
So it's a different world.
Yeah.
So it's a world where Christians are supposed to be living. This is what Christ meant when he said, for example, don't worry about what to eat or what to drink. Don't even worry about it. Don't even pray. So that's why Nigerian Christians cannot understand how can I be going to church and not be praying about what to eat and drink for my needs? They don't understand that you could go to church and not. But I am preaching that you go to church not for what you need. You don't, it's not about that. You shouldn't go to church because of what you need. But they don't understand that concept. Where is that? How? Because they are not living, they are not whole, they are not holistic. It is only a holistic person that goes to church or goes to pray or doesn't even go to church self. He's so holy, he doesn't even need to go to church. He goes to church if it needs to be a blessing. And even when he goes to pray or fast or do solitude, he doesn't even ask for anything. You have to be holistic. That is the level I'm talking about.
Oh.
It's only a holistic person that treats God like that, that understands God like that. All other people, they see God as somebody they have to go and beg something for him, for him to do for them.
Oh, this book is really taking us into deep waters. Wow. The picture I'm having in my mind is that with this book, what the picture I have in my mind right now is that this book, I don't know if that picture you have, but this book is to make us like God.
Yes, you're right.
Because as you speak, and with all the pictures you're painting, the picture I'm having in my mind is a picture of God, and the Bible is saying that He is the same yesterday, today, and always, unchanging.
Yes.
So those pictures that you're saying, if you take a person to America, person in this place, the person is same, living from inside out and not outside in. And I must say that this book is very needed, because when I went to Nigeria, when Nigeria is real, I was very interested. I was in a bank, and one of the bankers came to me because I was going there repeatedly, and he said, "Come, I've been looking at you. You don't stay in Nigeria. Do you live in Nigeria though?" So I was curious. I said, "Oh, why did you ask if I stay in Nigeria?" He said, that he has been noticing me for the past few days I've been coming to the bank, that I'm different. That the way I'm acting is different. And he said, Nigerians, we're crazy people. 99% of us are crazy. But as you came inside like this, you're just cool, calm, you're not shouting. And then he told me that, see, if you stay here for long, you become crazy. Oh. So, and that's what I see happening. That many times, many people who might have maybe had some very good values, good virtues in themselves, maybe when they were living abroad, they go back to Nigeria and they're like, that's the way to do it. That's the way to survive in Nigeria. Like, you have to shout. Like, if you don't shout, you can't do anything. If you don't get abusive, you can't make your way. If you don't do this, you can't. So you have to just live by the dictates of the Nigerian environment and culture. And most people don't see any problem with it. But what you're saying now with this book is that, no, that's not how to live. that kind of lifestyle is not a holistic life.
It's just like, was it the last program we were doing with you? Somebody called and said they were encouraged that I was, when I was coming out of the airport from Brazil, that I was the one carrying the bags, the cart, pushing the cart. And that my wife was just walking with her hands free. And I didn't even notice anybody. What is that? Why should anybody notice that? What is special about that? So for some people, that is not special. But you tell them now, you have been here. Will I do that just for Pastor Bosse, or how do I live?
It's that's just like you're saying. It doesn't have to do with Pastor Bosse. Just for anybody. For anybody.
I will do it for my staff,
for your staff,
for my secretary,
anybody, even the helper,
even the cleaner, the helper, anyone. The cook.
Yeah, the cook.
Even though I am the GO.
Yeah.
I will still do it for everybody. I will carry their share, I will carry the bag for them, I will open the door for them. So for me, it's not even, I don't even need to know the person or control myself or force myself or say because it's my wife.
Yeah.
So it is about holistic. When you are whole, or just like when people come to meet and eat together with me on the table. I don't know if you have ever been there. Yeah. When I clear the table for them and everything, and people are shocked.
They're shocked, yeah. Yes.
Why should they even, I don't even need to bother, but this is who I am. I don't even need to do it,
It's not like you're trying to.
Yeah, because you are already in that sense. Yeah. So this is what I'm talking about in this book.
Pastor, if I'm going to be very sincere, I think maybe 99% of us, we need this book. Because, many of us are really whole. Many times, we put up a face, we put up a front. Like you're saying, many times we act in a certain way because we think this is the environment to be that. For example, that demands it. This is what demands it, so we have to be cultured here. Because this environment dictates that we are cultured. And if we go to an environment where we can be free, and we can be chaotic, then we are chaotic. So, that's it. That's how most of us live. So, it is the environment or the situations around us that dictates how we live.
But you have seen me in the store yesterday, in the streets, in the park. What happens?
You're the same everywhere. You're the same way. Even the meeting that we had today, and I was telling you today,
that's another example. They don't know though.
Yeah, they don't know.
But like the example
for example, with how pastor even deal with issues, it does not, like, there was a case where we had to deal with an issue, and I've noticed pastor's trend. Just being with him, I've studied him, and I've seen how he handles issues. So it's almost like he's predictable, and that's because he's doing it based on some principles, and it does not depend on who that person is. If it is even his PA or it is a cleaner, if it is a foreigner,
his wife,
or it is a stranger,
or his son,
or anybody, there's a principle that he lives by and he walks by that, and every time it's like the same. It's almost like very predictable. That this is almost like how pastor is going to handle this case, because especially if you know the values that he lives by and the principle that he works by, you can like predict that this is what pastor is going to do.
It's just like some people now, even Israel Balogun was one of the people who said, I think he wrote something even after I released the list of people killing Nigeria. He said, I thought he wrote, I thought DSA was bold before.
But now,
it has taken it to another level. How can he do that?
it's bold.
You know, I know that he mentioned the names of pastors, but okay, he has done that. That is that level.
Yeah.
Nobody could do that. At least he has done that. But to treat people who control Nigeria, people who could do and undo, and go and mention their names publicly again like that, I said, but you know now.
Yeah, there's no like.
For me, there is no difference.
Like there's no necessary. It's not like pastor is saying, okay, let me gather myself to work for pastors, and now it's for politicians. No, it's like, well, I just got it.
So according to him now, because those who are so big, it shouldn't be. It's not done. They said it's not done in Nigeria. It's not done. So if it's not done, it means that I am allowing the personality and the position of those people to inform my decision. He's again living from outside in.
But this life is fast. No, this is difficult.
No, but for me, it's not difficult because the most important thing that I need to be aware of is that I'm aware of it, that I'm inside. I got the go ahead. Inside, I got the go ahead. I know I have to do it inside. I've got to know that this is what I must do inside. So as long as I've got the instruction inside, for me, it doesn't matter. I don't count with. I subdue the outside world with my reality that is inside. I bring that reality from inside to change the outside world. That is what a holistic personality does. And it doesn't matter if I have money or I don't have money in that sense, or if I have support, I don't have support. You know, some people are telling me that, okay, you had so many views. I don't care. You're going to have view. I'm not going to have view.
I do what I have to do.
I get applause. So somebody clap. Nobody clap. In fact, I've done that. I've even done the next one before I know if they're going to watch this or not. I've done the next one. Yeah. I think they are going to watch. They don't even know. So people are, for example, telling me that now you are talking. Now, you know, they don't know that I've done that in some time back. No, they think I just now I did it.
They arrived late.
No, I'm not looking at weather to decide if I'm going to sow. I'm living from the kingdom. I'm living from one place. I have only one orientation. I have only one bearing. My bearing is only directed to the kingdom. I'm living by the kingdom bearing. Is it in mathematics we did bearing?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Wow.
That is what holistic personality is all about.
Wow.
Is that you are interested in the topic?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's also like value driven, but this is like being not dot driven now, but being inculcated.
Yeah, it's like the values have been made flesh.
Being made flesh, yeah.
So it's now you.
Yeah.
So pretty much they can't separate you from those things.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a book. I'm really because I think it's that process that it takes to really become this holistic personality. And I think I really want to know. I really want to subject myself to that process. I think I'm in it, but now having a clearer picture of.
Have you heard of people saying, "We'll see what will happen today if we go to Nigeria"? It will change. Yeah. Or people will be calling and telling me, "Don't change, don't change, Or people will be saying, people are praising him, they are worshiping him. He's going to become like one of the GOs. He's also one of.
They don't understand.
As if it's tomorrow. They think I just started last year because I started talking last year that he will also become like them. They don't know I've become like them long time in status, but they didn't change me. They don't know that I've been in glory all this while. Oh, they are praising him. They are praising him. People are doing the same thing he's condemning. He's worshiping him.
They know you've experienced.
They are the ones who are just discovering me. They don't have experienced that all this while, and I've still remained myself. They are worrying for me.
Wow, holistic personality.
Praise, so that's why people say, but people are, DSA, do you see the comment? People are accusing you, abusing you, cursing you. I cannot do that. I cannot allow people to curse me. Or some people even tell me, stop, don't talk about politics in Nigeria because people go abusing you and all those things. Abuse, praise,
All things are still outside.
Yeah.
There's no.
They say, how can you do that? Can you see the comments? I see them, I read them now. But they don't, they are outside. They are another reality. My own reality is what I'm bringing out to change those things outside. I'm reading them to be aware of what people are doing, but that's not my reality. It is my reality that changes that.
I love this. The way you're talking about life, it's an enviable
place to be. That's why I decided to write the book.
It's an enviable place to be because in a world where
it's the highest level of Christian living.
Yeah, it's really an enviable place to live where you create your own reality. There are many, I've heard people talk about this, and there are many motivational speakers who speak about this, but I think the reality of it is what is void in many of those teachings and the practicality of it. Like I've had motivational speakers talk about, no, don't allow people's opinion about you matter, don't allow how people define you, define yourself, all those rhetorics and everything. But coming from a holistic point of view and with your explanation, I see like a very holistic picture of it, about what and how life should be lived, and not just life generally, but the highest form of life, as you put it, where you create your reality, you define what needs to be defined.
Yeah, but in this case, I don't create my reality.
Yeah, but the principles that you live by and the kingdom and things like that, or the values?
No, I just follow the reality that is already created by the kingdom, by God. I bring His reality.
His reality.
I submit myself to His reality.
Well, that's a different thing right now.
That's the way it is. So if I'm going to be creating my own reality against that, I'll be fighting all the time. I'm not fighting. I'm at peace. Under is on. I just saw myself.
You see that.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
So he's just. But we read.
I just connect.
He's just going and bring his own reality.
Yeah. I just connect to Him. See myself subjected to Him and to His reality, and I don't come out of it.
So you won't so there's no stress on you.
No stress at all. No stress.
No wonder you're always the same.
Yeah.
And then the cases, and then we're having a very tough decision. Even we guys, we're more worried than you. We are the ones who carry the. Sometimes it be like, I'm like,
as if that you they have the problem. As if you are the one having the problem.
I'm not the one in the problem. The man who's on the problem is always smiling, he's laughing.
He's living his life.
We're having a very intense discussion. This one is laughing. All of us were frowning. Well,
yeah, like today or last time. You people were like, something was driving you crazy. And me at the end of the day, something I was just
you're still the
enjoying
same.
myself.
Nothing moves you. Nothing. That life. Interesting life, for God. We already have the book. Well, you would understand it until you're wanting to see a practical example of it. Yeah, the Sunday is the same every time. Even sometimes I will expect him to like, Pastor, please, can you just at least you have some emotions, can't you?
You and Joshua came that day now. After the whole thing, Pastor, you don't get this feeling. You know what is happening?
And I know that you know. That's the thing I was saying. I know Pastor, no matter how smart we try to be, you're smarter, you understand these things, you know better. So sometimes, it's almost like we're trying to force you to
behave like you. I must act like you. Just like Nigerians are trying to make me do. Don't you know they have shot the Shiite people? Why are you not talking? Don't you know what happened? Nigeria and South Africa, they are beating them. Everybody is talking. Why are you not talking? They don't know that. No, I am following my own trajectory. I'm following my own leading, my own kingdom, my own embassy, my own home country. I'm following, another person's instruction. Not the chaos dictates my actions.
Wow. Oh, it's a beautiful life, Pastor. He's interested. He's interested. Now I see why you said there how to enjoy life. Now,
that's when you enjoy life now.
It makes sense now.
Because things are not influencing you up and down.
Sense.
You are enjoying your life all the time.
It makes sense now. How to enjoy life. Yeah.
So it's not things that happen in the world that determine your joy. Some people, their joy depends on, if they get something working out, everything is happy, things are working out or things.
But this is sincerely, Pastor, this is really, this is a higher life. Yeah, this is really, I don't know how many people can really attain to this level where
at least people should know it is attainable, and that it is available.
And then there's a book.
There is an instruction. Yeah.
Wow.
So, and I like the way it is designed. You see, with the thumb print.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's only you. You have to attain it by yourself. It's a personal thing.
Holistic personality. Now, Pastor, you see why I had to tell you to explain it?
You won't have gone to it. You are not going to come close.
Oh no, I'll just be rambling. I'll just be saying some.
When you say you have just been rambling, I remember Victor. It's Victor. I tell him, can you comment? He will just be going Victor will be try.
Yeah.
And I'll be laughing, enjoying myself.
I think I learned. Yeah, I know. Because for me, I knew a man of words, and you're big on words. So when I saw holistic personality, of course, many of your teachings on personality, who is a personality, and you've written books, am I a person, am I a personality, all of those things were in my mind. And I was saying that to you, that many things in my mind, but for you to use the word holistic with personality, then I think there's something.
It's totally different from
those things, yeah. I knew it would be definitely different. But I think this is a book that my pastor is. You see how interesting your books are. It's one would think that this is the most important book that everyone has to read.
Yes. Every book.
And people that join in us will know that we spoke about a book previously. Yeah. And when we're talking about that book, too, The Value Divination, that was like the book that everybody had to read. Wow. Like you're giving answers to life. And wow. Well, these books, are they already available?
Yes.
So people can order it. Well,
both this one and the other one. Can you see the other book?
And The Value Divination. So let me speak to our viewers. Well, dear viewers.
You have to come back to yourself.
If you like me and just, I think for me, one of the exciting and worthwhile opportunity that I think I have is being with someone, which is Dr. Sunday, whose understanding and whose worldview and is almost like your opportunity to be in connection with someone who is on the mountain top, and you are somewhere down in the valley, and that person is able to show you exactly things that you can't see, and he's showing you and saying, this is how this is what it looks like, this is what life looks like. From it just gives you a push, and it gives you a reason to even want to work on yourself, develop yourself, read. One of the things that really got me tired of church is that it's like you can predict what your pastor is going to say, and you can predict his next message, or even the message he's going to preach next year, because there's nothing new. He's not giving you anything to attain towards.
They make you not say that's what with Pastor Sunday.
No, you can't say that. You can't say that, because, for example, imagine this book, The Value-Driven Nation. It gives you something new. Something new.
You will not even know what is inside the chapters. Book. If I tell people right now to guess 2 chapters in this book, nobody will get even one.
Of course. Because you can't predict. You don't know. You can't. So, dear viewers, I want you to do yourself a big favor by getting this book, The Value-Driven Nation.
Somebody wrote me yesterday or 2 days ago and was saying that, what did he say? That, so I've been shitting myself. I said, what happened? What did you shitting yourself? He said, I've been listening to you for 3 years. It is just now that I'm reading your first book. He said,
wow.
Your books are gold mine. He said, gold mine. That, I've been shitting myself. He said, I just finished this one now. I'm reading the second one right now. I want to be reading every day. I said, I've been shitting myself. I said, but I'm hearing the man live. Why should I read the book?
They're missing a lot.
They don't know the book is even better than, because the book is researched, the book is taught through. Mm-hmm. Now I'm just, when I'm talking what comes to my mind. But when I'm, yes.
Yeah. Well, dear viewers, there you go. This is a gold mine. The Value-Driven Nation, and the other book on the holistic personality. You could get this book if you're a subscriber.
Some people who read books about the holistic personality, people who read books should know, where is the holistic personality?
Holistic personality.
Вторая книга, дорогая, ты же спишь? The holistic personality, people who read books should have known the formula of pyramid of Maslow, Abraham Maslow. Yeah. So they will get a shock of their lives, because people are treating him as if that's the highest. As if people are quoting him and seeing this as.
There's a lot of references.
But. By the time we read the book, you will see how the thing is turned on his head.
Wow.
Even the man himself will say, Dankadada, what they call it,
Rankadede. Amazing. Wow. Holistic Personality is the title of the book. And as you can see there, it says how to enjoy life.
It's a formula.
Amazing. And that's why when Dr. Sunday says something, you don't just think you know what it talks about. For example, reading How to Enjoy Life, you just think, how to enjoy life, go to Dubai, or go to some Caribbean island and to enjoy life. But you read the book and you discover that the enjoy that you're talking about is totally different from what this book is about to teach you. But for you to get this book, you can, if you're a subscriber on Amazon Kindle Unlimited, you can get these books, not just these books, but all of Dr. Sunday's books for free if you subscribe to the Amazon Kindle Unlimited. And if you are in Nigeria, you can order for these books on Okada Books, or you could order for them for the hard copy on DSA Books Planet, DSABooksPlanet.com, DSABooksPlanet.com. So you could get all of these books and read them. Get them. It's interesting how we're talking about these books. And we had another plan for today's conversation. But like I said at the beginning of today's show, this is Pastor Without Tears, and this is going to be our final episode on this whole series.
People will be wondering what happens if this is going to be the final one. What will be happening then at this time next week and
we'll give them the gist
on Fridays. Okay, you plan to give them?
Of course, I'll give them the gist. So, for those of you, if you're just watching us for the first time and you're hearing us say this is gonna be the final episode, you're like, why the final episode? But guess what? There are 39 other videos, and I had some testimonies actually from some people who have been following this series right from the first episode to the last one, and they have great testimonies. If we have the time, we'll be able to read it, but if not, as you can see on the title, can we just see the title? So the title that we gave to this conversation is like, Pastors, the table is set. Pastors. So it's like we're giving an invitation, and it's also a notification to pastors, leaders of churches, ministers, and we're saying, hey,
everything is ready.
Everything is ready for you. So it's set for you to feast. So just come and feast on all of the teachings and revelations that has been shared on Pastoring Without Tears. So there are 40 episodes, which will total to maybe over 80 hours or thereabout. So this is an invitation. Pastors, the table is set. But as Dr. Sunday said, Pastoring Without Tears will be ending, not because we're going for to go and chill, but we're starting another interesting series, and it will be dubbed Fixing Nigeria. Well,
could that be out of the influence of your visit to Nigeria?
Well, I think that definitely contributes to it, and I think coming from what you were teaching about the living from inside out, I think I felt it, that there's a need for a shift. And when I discussed it with you, you also talked about I didn't even know you already had plans for it. So it was almost like, yeah, I knew you're in the spirit because I've been working on this. So that's the reality that God has, that we're walking by.
I think people who can observe things should probably begin to also notice that even me, in this my live broadcast and my program and on this platform, that I have also been shifted. There is a gradual shift going on. Maybe you know the shift, of course, but some people who might not have noticed the shift. Will you try to
help them? Of course. If you've studied the progression of Dr. Sunday's live shows right from when he started in 2016, you know, if you pay attention to it, you know that it has been from one season to another season to another to another. Like Dr. Sunday started right from teaching on just general knowledge about life, understanding the purpose of our existence. He taught about money, just thought about different relevant topics that could help us as individuals. But you notice that there was a time that there was a shift that happened. And the shift that happened was when he started addressing the Nigerian church. And during that time, people did not even expect it. I remember there were a lot of fallouts. There were a lot of people that were like, no, Dr. Sunday, this is not you. This is not what we will know. This is not. But they didn't understand that there was that shift. So that happened where it was all about the pastors. And it was the time where the pastors were feeling the heat from the kitchen. But if you've been sensitive to and you've been noticing what has been happening lately, I think you would notice that there is a shift now from the pastors. It's almost like pastor has completed his job on the church and on pastors, and they are already foot soldiers who are who are bombarding the pastors every day and who are addressing the matters that concerns the church and the body of Christ. But moving on, you'll notice that Dr. Sunday has been very vocal right now. He's been very vocal about the things that are happening in Nigeria, really about politicians, about the elites. So it's almost like those guys are the ones that are feeling the heat at this point in time. And they've been, Pastor has been, especially if you know the series that Pastor has been releasing, My Charge to Nigerians, that would bring you to the awareness that the shift right now is going to Nigeria, but even more concretely to the politicians, to the elites, to those categories of people. So, like Pastor always says, we started with the church because everything starts in the spiritual realm. Everything starts from there, but we're moving forward, and we're going into even more
deeper waters.
more deep waters. Yeah. So that's exactly what's happening. So the new program is themed Fixing Nigeria. It's going to be every Friday, just
like this,
just like we'll be having Pastoring Without Tears. But we're not going to let everything out right now. But just watch. Definitely, you can watch back or watch out for what the program is going to look like. I think it promises. I'm looking forward to it. To what it's going to look like. Fixing Nigeria. So just remember that. Fixing Nigeria.
And the book that is there right now?
Well, this book definitely is in sync with, it's in sync with what we're going to be discussing for sure. The book titled The Value-Driven Nation. And like Dr. Sunday said earlier, this book is released during just few weeks and it's towards the 59th celebration of the independence of Nigeria. And if anyone wants to know about this book and how it relates to nation building, I think it would be great if you get this book and read it. And I think one of the things that we've had a discussion before, and one of the shifts that is happening is that we're going to be doing a lot of things that are going to be connected with nation building, practical nation building. And I think it's because I think the clock is gradually.
Since I can move from Ukraine now, since I can travel.
Since you can travel.
We are moving closer.
Home. We're moving closer home.
One day, just like we will come to you, just like we did with Brazil, and announce to you that the cock is
crow.
Is
right?
crowing. The cock is crowing.
Yeah.
Announcing the arrival of the dawn, just like it announcing the arrival of the dawn.
Yeah.
One day that cock will crow.
Yeah.
To announce the arrival of the eagle.
Of the eagle, that he has arrived in Nigeria.
And you will hear the news.
Of course.
Over.
Of course. So that's exactly what's happening. The shift that's happening. So I don't know. Maybe we could give opportunities for people who want to call in. I don't know if we'll be able to go through all of those testimonies and everything.
Yes, I think we can have the calls.
Yeah.
If there is opportunity for testimony or being in between, then you can hear them.
All right. So to our viewers who are watching us.
But I think we should explain the reason why you say, pastors, the table is set. What Dr. Anu means by that is that the food is already laid on the table. The 40 series, about 80 hours or more of video talking about pastoring without tears. That means that for pastors, anything you need to know about pastoring, anything you need to know to be a good, successful pastor without tears, that the table is already laid, that the table is set. Just go and eat. It is there. in the series or in the playlist that is called Pastor Without
yes, yes.
Did I get that right?
Of course.
Because we didn't really explain.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So there are 40 episodes. I mean, you don't. There should be no reason why you say you don't know how to carry out the ministry.
The food is cooked.
It's done. So you just go and eat. Just go and feast.
Do we have a caller now?
All right. Good evening, caller. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
I think that is Israel
that
Good
like
News
Israel.
Balogun.
Yeah.
My name is Israel Balogun.
The introduction.
That is the cock that is crowing
He's crying in
in
Nigeria.
Nigeria already, right
Of
now.
course, already.
And DSA is already here.
Eh. In Nigeria.
Yes, you have sent your word ahead, and your word is already here, waiting for you.
Wow.
You too.
Gromshe, you want to let? Tell me about that.
Okay, because what I've come to agree with is this man, even if he does not come, he has given all that is needed. Everything he himself intends to achieve. For whoever cares to take what he's teaching, what he's saying, and the path he's showing us serious, can as well have the same results he will achieve even if he's on ground. So I agree, and I said, not only me, many other people that did not call into this program, who we have never heard about them, who are doing and following what you are teaching. I said DSA is in Nigeria already. Because I didn't meet Jesus Christ, but I strive to project him to people. So Jesus is alive because I believe in his word. I live by his word. That I can say Jesus is alive. Live and walk according to his word. We'll have said Jesus is dead. So that is exactly why I said DSA is in Nigeria. And this program is ending today. I need to say two things that I will never forget in my life. The day I learned the fallacy of a preacher, it changed my life. It changed my jamboree activities. The second one is sons of the kingdom. Those two episodes of this program will live with me forever. Particularly that sons of the kingdom of the sons took me far than those who, in my spirit man, I sense it. I sense a shift without prayer, fasting, by listening to that episode.
Wow.
I sense a pickup. I sense something taking me far in my spirit than anyone can even imagine. I am the only one that can. Me myself cannot. I don't have utterance. The level in which I sense I was taken far, because that message showed me the difference between son and children. And I saw many Jehovah's in the position of children when few sons are on the land. I saw that so clear, pictorially explained and spiritually understood. And that after that program, I can tell you, sir, I was taken far. And when the time come where the pastor said, one thing I want to tell you today is there is what they call fallacy of a preacher. Think that he need to speak, but he never know that it's not making any effect on anybody. And you explain that so detailed. That put an end to jamboree activities in my life. Though this program is coming to an end, though, how I wish we still have to continue on it. But with what I've been ditched and giving out, if anybody will go back to you and listen to these things, you are ready to go. You are good to go. Thank you very much,
No,
Dr. Anu Ojo, for your good work. I did not just see this man online, I met him. I sat in the same car with him, I ate with him. I could testify about a man that is full of wisdom and understanding. I understand what God has helped this man to achieve through missing DSA. DSA, thank you very much.
before you go,
I've never met him.
before
Okay,
you go, sir, Israel Good News while ago, I want to say exactly what you just said now. I didn't know what the connection was, why the change in your life. But I would like to tell you that I've known you since last year, since you've been calling, since I did program with you. But in the last 2-3 months, just before Anu visited Nigeria, in the last this summer, we call it summer here, in this last few months, I just saw a drastic shift in you because I watched your programs. So I just saw, it's like you are projected from level 2 to level 10. It's as if you went from 20 to 100 in the spirit. And I started seeing some drastic, I just say, this guy, what has happened to him in such a short time? He's shifted gear and level. And it was soon after that Dr. Anu also visited. I didn't know what was the connection.
That very message of the kingdom of sun.
It was not just a message, it was a series of messages.
That series of kingdom of sun.
That was what ushered
was
Nigeria.
particularly the one you had on this pastor without tears. That day was the turnaround. After listening to it, I saw a projection in my spirit. Things became like they are just opening things to me easily, and I just understand them the way it's supposed to be, what's supposed to do. And I cannot but give glory to this program. If you ever want to say you have achieved anything from this program, I am one of the fruits that this program has produced. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, before you go, I also want to tell people that people might be thinking, oh, I wish I'm like Anu, I live in Dr. DS's house and I'm in Ukraine. No. I was talking yesterday with somebody who said, DSA, train me. I want you to be giving me assignment. I said, I have already done it. The person told me, I want to have the same result like Anu, who is in your house, since I'm not, the person is in America. Since I'm in America, I'm not in your house like that, but I still need you to train me the way you train Anu. I said, the way I train Anu is this. I said, Anu goes into my YouTube page, even though he's in my house. He goes to the YouTube and goes on solitude. He goes and locks himself up. Because the ones I tell him, anything that you are giving is not your own.
Not yours.
Until you go on your own to be separated and to now on your own pay the price of listening and studying and writing and taking notes and listening again and again and again. That is when the thing that is when you give it to yourself. It is only the things that you give to yourself that remain with you. The things that other people give to you, they are never yours. So all these things that we are doing on this live broadcast now, anybody that is listening to me right now, is not getting anything. He's only getting information.
Of course.
For it to become flesh and to become his own, and for the knowledge to become part and parcel of him, unless that person, only the few who will take their time and go and sit down and meditate and listen again and again, those are the ones who benefit. That is when it will become their own.
That's true, Pastor.
But I want to, before you go, Israel, let me read a letter that I just got today that confirms this other person who is writing this. This one I said now is I told it to somebody who is in America. But someone who is in Nigeria just wrote this letter to me today. He said, my dear mentor, I want to thank God, I think, right? I want to thank God and thank you for discovering some deep truth today. Thanks to research You see, this person also was also dreaming of me coming to Nigeria. When he comes to Nigeria, they don't know that. So he's now writing that, oh, it's true. And you don't even need to, before you come to Nigeria, because he locked himself up and started researching into my message and listening. So what he's writing, I have been watching your videos for the past 5 to 6 hours, just today alone. 6 hours just sitting down and just watching and watching, doing. He said, because light has been restored. He's talking of electricity. Light has been restored in my area now, and I do not have to buy fuel in my generator. This is a Nigerian factor. I am enjoying myself so much, discovering deep stuff. Deep stuff. So now he's so happy. I'm not in Nigeria, and he's not here in Ukraine. No. You know where the secret is? In his room. He said, I'm discovering deep. It is only, even though this person listens to every live broadcast, he has listened to them before, but they are not his.
Not yet, he is.
Now that he is now locking himself up, over and over again, they are becoming his own.
Of course.
So he said, I discovered that those who are trying to do miracles through fasting and prayer are cutting corners. And that is what the Nigerian fathers have preached to us for years. And I fell for it. But the best way is to carry God's virtues inside you every time. So that God's virtue inside you every time only comes when the word becomes flesh.
Yeah.
When you are locked up and you go through those things again and again, that's when the virtue will drop. But God's best way, this is what he discovered today after 6 hours of sitting with some of my series. Only one series. But the best way is to carry God's virtues inside you every time and everywhere. Therefore, thereby becoming a friend of God. So, becoming a friend of God is the best thing that could happen to anyone. I can see that many people who say they know DSA don't really know him, including those who have come to Ukraine. Even who have come to Ukraine many times. Only those who have baptized, the guy got the revelation. Only those who have baptized themselves into the truth that DSA teaches knows DSA's value. Wow. This is what he discussed today. He discovered today. He's been following me for 3 years. Listen to everything. But when he now, because electricity came, he now locked himself for a day, the whole day, just took it off, just to listen to one series. The revelation he got, because the word became flesh in him, surpasses all the 3 years he has been listening. Wow. And that is, as a result of that, he's now writing this. Sometimes I have to listen to or watch a video 3 times or more times in order to digest the content from it alone.
Of course, yeah.
And you see, because so that is the secret. So when you say I'm in Nigeria, Pastor, Israel.
Yes, sir.
When you say you are already in Nigeria, I just wanted people to hear this, that this is the secret.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
They can already make themselves DSA in Nigeria just by finding time and soaking, imagine themselves, baptizing themselves. Imagine immersing themselves, baptizing themselves in the truth. Yes.
Before I used to think that when DSA come, things will be fixed. When I finished hearing 200 messages, I was like, when DSA come, things will be fixed. 200 messages was able to convince me that this man has the right word and is worthy of following. But 200 messages has not really taken me from the position of the same mindset of waiting for deliverer to come instead of me becoming a deliverer.
That's a major point.
Major point.
That's a major point.
So I used to think when they say come, oh, I believe, I know, where this man is coming, all of it just be waiting. But when solitude become my activities, my life, the table change. From when DSA come, is coming to supervise the work that his children, his sons are doing.
No, to even you now saying DSA is already here.
Yeah.
It doesn't even need
It's
to come.
not-
That's what you just
It's no
said
longer
today.
that DSA is coming to save Nigeria. DSA is coming to, when he comes,
To see.
he's not coming to
Just
fix
to see.
any problem anymore. He's coming to see what he has been doing when he's not here. But you know where I got that, sir? I got this understanding from solitude.
Solitude.
It is never about speaking like DSA, memorizing his value, understanding what DSA says, convince yourself that DSA has the word. As the word does not even change, but encountering God through those words.
Yes.
And I said, my turning point is that kingdom of sons.
Amazing.
And I saw, I understood that we have children preaching in mega churches every Sunday. And what could a child produce than producing another children? I saw people that are being honored, exalted, praised in Nigeria. They are still in the state of childhood. But Nigeria does not know. They are the father, they are the baba, they are the anointed. That helped me, and it took me. I did not pray for it. I wasn't praying. I did not pray. But I understood in my spirit that so far beyond what me can also use words to explain. And then this program that is ending today contributed majorly the fallacy of a preacher, most importantly in my life, the factor that happens to do, this topic of sons of the kingdom. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you,
Beautiful.
Dr. Anu Ujo.
Thank
And
you
please, Dr. Anu.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Anu.
Yes, sir.
That book, the one I just said today, you know how we do them.
We'll talk.
Shame about me. Thank you, sir.
God bless.
Thank you. Wow, so true. And I think what you said was very necessary. Where you had to come in to make people realize that they don't have to be here physically with you for them to be mentored by you, or for them to replicate what they see in you. That it's there, just like we said in today's title. I mean, the table is set.
Yeah, because some people are telling me, even, you have done a good job with Anu and Victor. Some people even say, if I could only become like Anu, or if I could only become like Victor, those guys have been cooked by you. They say you have done a good job. I said, not be me. Sure. It is they who have done a good job on themselves. You too can do the same thing where you are. They are living here, but I'm not sitting down with them to be teaching them or discipling them. They go to the room just like I myself do. Yeah. I only show them what I do. I go to solitude, I go and lock myself up. They too go and lock themselves up and begin to make the world become flesh. I think we have a caller.
That's right. Hello, caller. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello, good evening, DSA.
Oh, is that Mrs. Adiola?
Yes, Adiola from London.
It's been a while, though.
It's been a while.
I know. I've just been, busy here and there.
Just speak louder, ma.
Okay, I had to come in today. DSA, thank you for all you are doing. You've done so much. You know what? You always make some statements like the ones you said, what I see my father does is what I replicate.
Yes.
You see, from the beginning of when you started this reformation mission, it's like you started from Genesis. You open up the Bible to us to revel, because you went in stages from Genesis. You are now in Revelation. That's the way I look at it.
Okay.
And then another aspect that I saw was Jesus took the 3 disciples up the mount to reveal the glory. That is what you have just done to Nigerians, and I hope we just get it. You've revealed the glory of God that we all have, and we are not aware of it. You've just, because, listening to your messages. Exactly, the guy who you just read the message from Nigeria, that you have to do it intensively.
Yes.
You go, you study, you ruminate, you meditate, if you can chew it, then you'll be able to reproduce.
Yes.
Which I found very, very helpful. Even I've not been home. All I'm doing from here, from what I learned from you, it's amazing me too. And let me tell you, I just wish everybody on the platform that has been following you could just get it. Because until you get it, I can't see a result.
Yeah.
We are more than enough to transform Nigeria now.
Yes.
You've given us so much. I'm telling you, it's so much, because now that you are on to the politicians and even the general public, I mean, it's going to be really, really. We will see Nigeria will see, all of us will see ourselves in the mirror the way we are. That's the next stage I see now, because you've dealt with all the necessary, stumbling blocks that block our views. You've dealt with all those ones. Now you are revealing, because the politicians are nobody, they are Nigerians.
Yes.
So you are revealing to us now that this who we are now. You either change, it's either you shape up or you shape out. That's what it's going to lead to at the end of the day. So you've done really, really good job, which the shift has really, really been, all is being shifted. Nothing, all has to be shaken, has been shaken already. So whoever can stand will now stand. But thank you for it's a hard work. Like today, your program today, I say you have really, really, dealt with yourself to the utmost. Because what you just even revealed today about yourself to us is more than enough to last in my memory for ages to come. Thank you so much. You have done so much. I appreciate you. And I hope that we can all replicate. I'm trying little by little, and we just start from somewhere, and then the nation will get to where we want it to get to. That's it. Thank you so much, DSC. Brother Anu, thank you so much. I saw from, your activities, I saw it too. And this program that is ending today with pastoring, we've done enough for the pastors. They let them do whatever they like. That's their problem. Whoever have ears, let him listen. Yes, that's it. If you don't have ears to listen, eyes to see, because Nigerians, no. They need to open their eyes. Go back and, look at everything intently. Be aware of your surroundings. Be very, very, observant. Be very, very conscious of what is happening around, what is happening to your people, what is happening to fellow neighbors. That is the kingdom. I don't understand why people didn't get the kingdom quickly. And, people are, it's there. You've explained it, to the simplest for everybody to understand what the kingdom is. And I really thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm taking, I'm doing a project now, right from here until December before I go home, which I normally go for 3 months. But I'm doing it even from here. I'm getting some things done back home to be sure that, this kingdom living, we will all enjoy it. As long as I live, we're going to live in the kingdom.
Amen.
That's what I say.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. God bless.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much. Yep. Sons are being raised. Yeah, sons are being raised.
All the materials are there.
Yeah.
For the sons to raise themselves. You already have the raw materials, everything. They make yourself. You've got to make yourself. That's the key.
Yeah.
But I said, the people who want the direction, people who want guidance, just go and join the mentorship program.
Yep.
Join the mentorship program, and be conscientious with it. Don't just play games.
Yeah. Be serious.
Be serious. Be focused.
Be focused.
That will guide you and lead you right into the same result.
That's right. So for those who are interested in the mentorship, you could just go to sundayadelajablog.com/mentorship. So sundayadelajablog.com/mentorship. You'd see an interface there where you can apply. Okay, we have another caller now. Good evening, caller.
Hello, DSA.
Yes, big brother Peter, we need you to speak louder.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Good evening, Dr. Anu.
Good evening, sir. Good to hear from you.
I'm enjoying the program.
Yes, it's good now.
Yeah. I just want to say thank you. Everything that have the beginning must have an end. Pastor Without Tears is ending today. It was a wonderful program, which I didn't follow from the beginning. I think along the line I started having interest, and I was not missing it during maybe the beginning. I started having interest on Pastor Without Tears. And again, I want to say that Dr. Sunday, you have done well, you have done great, you have done mighty, you have done wonderful. Most especially myself, that is speaking right now. As Brother Israel has said, the other caller that called, your work is already on the ground. When you go to it, I mean, people understand that they have the power to speak. They have the authority. Because before now, we don't know, touch not my anointing. It was like a curse. When you even speak, the fire will just burn you down. But today, it's not the same anymore. And you have gone beyond that and into the politics now. And people started asking questions already. And like our dear country, Nigeria, your work is, your messages are going far. I know that from my state. I have some eyes on the ground there. I'm working on a group of people, youth, there in Nigeria today. They are watching your messages. I'm sending them money to listen to your messages through my nephew that is in the University of Benin, in Benin City there. So life has been transformed and people have been asking questions. Eyes has been opened. Eyes is opening right now as I speak to you, DSA. A little or effort that we will do when you arrive or when I go there, anybody that is a family or advocate of this message of the kingdom, like me, I cannot keep my mind quiet anymore. It's done. Because I have listened to many of your messages. I have listened to Thinking series. I have listened to Love series. I have listened to Truth series. I have listened to Family series. I have listened to Kingdom series. I have listened to eventually all HMT. I don't have anything that I'm doing. I'm so happy. I have some kind of, I would say, power or kind of authority inside me that if I don't speak, I'm going to die.
Yes.
If I don't say what I know, I'm going to
Wow.
die. I cannot quiet. My uncle, that is a pastor, called telling me, I said, look, you decide, maybe you don't want to know that what you are doing is wrong. I'm telling you right now. And you don't have to tell me what I'm going to do, what I'm doing is wrong. Because what you know is what you know. Since you don't want to change, you don't have the power to tell me. You don't have the authority to tell me. But today, he's speaking my language already.
Ooh.
Today, yes, I'm not trying to, he's speaking my language already. He's a master holder. He's the director of Institute of Continuing Education in Benin City. He's my mother and younger brother.
Wow.
He's a pastor. He has a church. So when I'm sending him messages, I'm forwarding your messages on Kingdom, on convention, the HMT, on system building,
conversion.
Conversion, yes, conversion. He's asking me questions. I even have tomorrow. I have an appointment with him to talk with him on a long hours about these issues because he has a church. Because I gave him some important information that there are people in your church there that you can transform their life, not only prayers.
Yes.
That is what you know. That you can go and take a farm, rent a land of a plot of farm.
Yes.
If it is vegetable, select some few members of your church because it has like 150 people congregation. So it's not too much. Just do something different, because I discussed that with him during the middle of this week. And again, your book that really, really inspired me, the first book that I read was Life is an Opportunity. And because I was not that smart person to read, because I've not read for a long time, I will not be going to school. But for me to be speaking like this, and I'm reading, and I'm reading now, it is your book, BSA.
Wow.
Like there's something in your messages. There is something in your voice. Thing I can feel when I'm listening to your message, even without, I don't see, even your voice alone. Talk as if I'm just seeing you like.
Yeah, some people say that when they are reading the books, it's like they are hearing my voice.
Yes, because there is something special. I don't know how to describe it as I'm speaking now. I feel something is most especially, let me use myself for example. I will not be shy to say that I didn't finish my secondary school, I didn't even attend. But today, people come to me, people just want to ask me questions. And your book, your messages to discover if anybody is honest to his or herself, your message is discover people. It bring out that value, that thing that God have put in you, irrespective of how you limit yourself to some extent before that you think you cannot achieve anything. When I listen to your message, it's like you want to do something. You cannot be idle. You cannot be, you'll be thinking more positive to do. You'll be looking for something meaningful to do. You'll be conscious with not to lie. You'll be conscious with not to find yourself there is so many things that I can describe that your message is, because I'm a practical example. Because when I'm seeing it, I just want to, where am I for all these years? What am I be doing? But I'm not still regretting, because I thank God that I find the truth. Because there is something that was disturbing my spirit before, that things are not going well. How will I contribute? What will I do? Because I'm a very passionate person. I don't like oppression. I don't like when somebody is oppressed. I always put my mouth, I always want to talk, but I can't. Now I have a direction. I know what to do. I know how to act. I know what to do. They say, another of your book that really, really give me confidence is The Mountain of Ignorance.
Yeah.
And that's what my second, Mountain of Ignorance. Then before...
The Plague of Silence.
Break of Silence, yes, another one. Break of Silence was the fourth of the fifth one that I read.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was the fifth one. The Break of Silence was the fifth one. So the mountain, the essence and value of life.
The essence and value of life. Wow. Yeah.
Yes, the essence and value of life. So I just want to encourage everybody that is listening. The only value or the only gift that you can give to yourself, because you said in your one of your messages that the first gift that God gave us is we as a person. He said it's now just how the time we use it. That is the most important thing. What you do with your time.
Yes.
So anybody that thinks he wants to have value, he want to let him just go to that YouTube official. Just start with just love thinking serious, because when you don't take it step by step, somebody can get lost inside in the midst of it. Because it's true.
You drown.
It's true. When you don't have patience, because my last video I did last Saturday, I make an announcement towards the end. I said, just be patient. Don't worry, the message will be talking to you.
Yes.
Just be patient. The message will be detoting some negativity from your spirit. It's difficult for me to change, because for 35, 40 years, people have been born into this lies and not lie syndrome. So it will be difficult for people to get it right. But I believe there is something in the message that anybody that listening continuously, just for 4 hours, 5 hours, will be the same. That person will not be the same again. And I know that. So thank you, DSA, for your good work. Thank you for the call of God upon your life that you answered for us, especially we Africans, especially in Nigeria. Nigerians precisely. I'm so happy to know you, to identify with you. I'm so happy and blessed. Thank you, DSA. Thank you, Dr. Anu, for the good work that you are doing.
Thank you.
And I would think one time I will want to organize something that I will invite Dr. Anu to come to Belgium.
Oh, wow. Beautiful. Beautiful.
So I'm working on something that I want to, I would like to invite him as a special guest of honor. If I've finished with my plans, I will let him know.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye, sir.
Bye.
Yes, sir. Amazing. So it's interesting how we're getting testimonies from people. You know, that's how what we planned. What I planned earlier was to read people's testimonies.
But now we are getting
but now we're getting people's testimonies live, and I think it's beautiful, and that's how God works things together for good. So if you're still there, you want to share your testimonies, we're going to be here for even longer so that we could hear more testimonies from people. If you want to contribute to today's discussion, you could just go to Move Agents, that is on Facebook Messenger. Just search for it, Move Agents, and write to us, informing us of your intent to call into the studio, and we are ready to receive your call. All right? Do we have another caller? Okay, so quickly, if you're joining us, look at this book by my side. This book is a book for you. If you have any desire for the progress of your nation, then you should get this book. The book is titled The Value-Driven Nation. The Value-Driven Nation. So this book is available on Amazon Kindle. If you're a subscriber to the Amazon Kindle Unlimited, you can get this book for free, or you could order this book on Okada Books, or you could order for the hard copy on dsabooksplanet.com if you're in Nigeria. All right, good evening, caller from Kyiv, Ukraine.
The almighty Dr. Anu.
Good to hear from you.
Sitting gorgeously with his father DSA.
Yes, sir.
I greet both of you.
Thank you.
Thank
So,
you.
DSA, there's something I want to refute here. Do you know what it is to hear your message and you can't walk past any fallen product in the mall without picking it up? Like before, you will pass through the eyes of the mall, and things will fall on the floor, and you just walk past them. But now you can't. You have to pick it up. Do you know what that means?
Responsibility.
Do you know what it means that you are even driving, not that you're walking, and you say a homeless person and you stop to go and do something?
Wow.
So when we say if you are not doing anything that we are seeing, you are not doing anything, I disagree. Yes, so much is going on.
Wow.
So much is going on. In any form, so much. In Liberian platform today, shouting on top of my voice. Why was I shouting? Either is the true gospel or nothing. Either is the true gospel or death.
Yes.
Either is the true gospel or death.
Yes.
We've grieved God enough that we cannot allow God to be grieved anymore.
Yes.
Do you know that is the DSA? That is your son speaking. That is just the sons you are raising here and there.
Wow.
Nobody will meet you and keep quiet. Even if they are not talking. Do you know how many your post has been approved? I'm receiving. Do you know how many so person like your post? Before they don't like it, before they don't approve it, but now they cannot but approve it. Now they cannot but like it. TSA, a lot is going on. I can't but thank you enough.
Wow.
I can't but thank you enough, DSA. We can't but move this mountain with you.
Wow.
I am saying with you, either the true gospel or death. There's no need living if not the true gospel.
Yes.
There is no need.
Yes.
There is no need living.
It's either the true gospel or let's forget it.
Hmm.
No more fear, DSA. You've done a lot. May the Almighty God, in His infinite mercy, keep guiding and protecting you.
Amen.
And let that your heart desire for Nigeria come to pass.
Amen.
I sincerely, with all my heart, remain a Nigerian.
Amen.
Convent, concern.
Yes.
Thank you so much. We can't thank you enough. I can't but have this family.
Mabel,
I know Ojo.
Mabel,
I saw Victor Bamishe doing what he knows how to do over there.
Yeah.
I can't but have this family. They say we are so grateful.
Thank you.
Are so grateful. You are a great teacher. You are a great teacher. Thank you so very much for coming into this generation. I am happy I'm part of this generation. And we're going to turn this world around for good for God.
In Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you so much.
Wow. Thank
Blessings.
you. It's always great hearing from
Sister Mabel
Chinwe.
Shinwe.
Amazing. Thank you very much for calling. All right. So we still have some more callers to call in. Let's not forget that this being the final episode of Pastoring Without Tears, we have a title, and this is our word to pastors, ministers all over the world, that hey guys, the table is set. It's just come feast. We have 40 episodes on Pastoring Without Tears
Playlist.
on the playlist, so you could just go right from the first video to the 40th one and eat till you are overfilled and till you get satisfied. Right? So that's it. The table is set. Dear pastors, do we have another caller? All right. So if you want to call in, the way to do that, in case you don't know, is to go to Facebook Messenger, search for Move Agent, and write to us that you want to call in. Okay. So we have a caller. Good evening, caller.
Hello. Yes. Good afternoon, Dr. Anu and Dr. Sunday Adelaja.
Pastor Tuka, very well. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. You are welcome back from motherland.
Thank you. Thank you.
I saw your moves and it was appetizing.
Thank you.
Appetizing.
Yes. Yeah, DSA, I call to appreciate you once again, and as well this great work that you are doing for our generation. It's a pity that the Pastoring Without Tears series is ending, but I agree with you that you have done a lot. You have labored in this area. Your videos that are out there is good enough for anyone that will care to take a look at it, listen to it, and then dare to apply them to their lives. You know, you talked on so many things, and one of the things that I quickly will identify with that is mind-blowing to me, when you said a leader is a ladder. A leader is a ladder, you know, that people will cross, you know, to get to the other side. That picture is not exactly the picture we grow up to know about leaders. You know, that is not the picture we grow up to see in our leaders. And you now see that even the emerging leaders, you know, also get it wrong. But you brought it home to me when you now say that a leader is a ladder. And I now begin to imagine that, you know, if everybody sees himself as a leader, sons of God are leader. You know, if everybody sees him or herself as a leader, and if everybody will make up their mind that it's not about ourselves, it's not about our empire, it's not about our glory of our name, but that we should lay our lives to be a ladder that others privileged, so to say, can climb and be like us, and even be more than us. So I think that, you know,
the series that you have on this pastoring without tears that is ending now is fully loaded. And I want to join everyone to appeal to people. Let's go back to this series. Let's listen again, over and over, and not only to listen. Let's practice them. I also agree with Israel Balogun that you are already in Nigeria. You are already in Nigeria because your teachings, is already making waves in the country. And I begin to wonder that if all the people that are listening to you, that are getting blessed with, can dare to go back and begin to practice to enforce these things in their own little corner, it will not be long to turn around our country for good, even before you get back on ground. And one problem I also see is that I appreciate those who are doing one thing or the other, trying to practice your teachings in our motherland, our country, Nigeria. But the percentage is so small. The percentage of those that are trying to identify with your teachings, is so small. And if we could have a flood of idol smashers and temple cleansers and sons of God in people coming like a flood and taking position and doing some things to change the narrative in our country, I tell you, even before 2, 3 years, 4 years, before 10 years, that country will be transformed. So my challenge and my plea and my call, to you out there, to every one of us that are listening to this teaching, what are you doing with it? What are you doing with it? Are you just getting enticed, just enjoying the messages, and you are not thinking of what you can do in your own little corner to change our nation? I also acknowledge it's not going to be easy. It's a lonely race. There are a lot of fights. There are a lot of oppositions. But that of being a good soldier, because when you are a good soldier, when you have a mentor and you have followed the mentor and you have learned, you will not be afraid of the odds. The odds may be high, but we are more able because God is with us. So I just want to thank you, DSA. Thank you, Dr. Anu, for all that you are doing. Like I always say, when I grow up, I would like to be like you.
He likes me like a Sunday. You always be like you. Thank you very much, Pastor Tuka. Thank you. Thank you for all that you do too. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bless you.
Awesome. Well, that's Pastor Tuka there from America.
And this is the latest book,
Yep.
Holistic Personality. We've already explained it today, but it will take some time to.
I mean, you need to go back. That's just waiting.
Just go and watch.
Just go back and watch it. That's the only way out.
It's not something you can explain in 1 minute.
Do like that. No, you have to go back and watch it.
Or read the book.
Or read the book, of course. So that's it. I would like. Do we have the slide?
I think we have a caller already.
Do you have a caller already?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get the caller then. Read the slide. Hello, caller.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Well, good evening to you from Kyiv, Ukraine.
Yeah, this is Henry and Monique.
Oh, nice to hear from you, Mr. Henry. Mr. Henry, right?
Yeah.
Henry and
Henry Harmony.
Monique.
Oh,
Monique.
Is it Henry Harmony or Henry and Monique?
No, Henry and Monique. Henry and Monique. Ministers on YouTube.
Okay.
Okay, and Molid.
And
Molid is the
Molid.
wife, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, Monique is my wife.
Monique.
Monique. Where am lead? Okay, Monique.
Okay. Nice to. I think I've seen one of their videos before.
Yeah.
I think yes. I think they even did one video about me. Somebody said it
Yeah,
to me.
the,
Amazing.
So you are some of the people who understood exactly what I'm doing.
you don't need to look for people that understand what you are doing. You know, God has some of His true ministers who knows exactly what you are doing. You know, even when Jesus came, the messengers of John was still curious, trying to know, understand. Even John the Baptist himself, you know, at the point of time, what's going on? You know, are you the Messiah? So why am I saying this? You know that God called you, okay, and that's why you are not afraid of all these liars in Nigeria. You know, it's really crazy how they are really bewitching a lot of people. You know, it's just crazy, and it makes me sick all the time when I listen to most of them or I see them doing a commercial, because all this their deliverance on TV is commercial. All they are giving to people on their live stream is commercial. You know what commercial is in overseas?
Yes, sir.
Nigeria calls it advert. It's advertising.
Yes.
You know, it shouldn't be. Okay, so the reason why I'm calling it I just love the spirit of God inside of you, the way you bring out the word of God out there, and if somebody wanna take it, but you just give what God has given unto you. That's
Yes,
the
sir.
most important
Yes,
thing.
sir.
You know,
Yes, sir.
I'm giving to you. It's not a must that you take it, but I'm
Yes,
just
sir.
giving what God gave me.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
some. I didn't want to make this video about another video about you, but it's very important that I share it with you. I had a dream. I was there and you was there in Nigeria. You
Okay.
know, you went to Nigeria. This plan that you've been planning. So
Yes.
God revealed that it's gonna be a great move. It's gonna be a great move. 'Cause I saw you with a lot of, you know, it was like a marketplace. You know, so just and all the apostles that are gonna go there, everybody has to live a holy life. So everybody has to be on a holy life. So I just even my wife, she's American, so most times she will be watching, watching you laughing. She said, the way you bring out some things, people will be like, is he not serious or is he serious? But he is so serious in what he's doing. That's the most important thing, man. We just love you here. You don't know.
Are you based in America or Canada?
No, in America.
Okay.
I live in Texas.
Okay. I thought you were based in Canada.
No, America.
Wow. You are doing a great, you are doing a great job on YouTube. Keep it up, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You too. You inspire me more. You know, I'm just happy that I can see a true Nigerian speaking on the word of God, exact word of God, not just to sell your book or just to get ministering the word of God.
Yes, sir.
I love that.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Monique.
I appreciate you more.
And by the grace of God, that revelation you have, that vision is going to come to pass. We are going to go to Nigeria and together deliver our land in Jesus' name.
You going. I see it, and it's gonna be attacked, but God is with you. Just know that very strongly. Okay, everybody that is hearing this, just keep on letting people to keep you up in prayers. Keep everybody in prayers. God will take you there and do exactly what I saw in the dream. It is done already. I didn't see you in overseas. I saw you in Nigeria. So it is done already.
In Jesus' name.
It's in the spirit.
Thank you, Brother Henry. Thank you so
God
very
bless
much.
you.
Have a
God
wonderful
bless you,
day.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.
They are very popular on YouTube. You have to check them out.
Of course,
Yeah,
I'm
you have
going
to check them out. Yeah.
Henry and Monique.
And yeah, Monique. Yeah. Somebody sent me one of their videos. Yeah, but then I went to their channel and I see that that they are very, very popular. They have, I think, maybe about close to 100,000 or 50,000. I don't know. They are they have a strong presence
I'll
on
definitely check
YouTube.
them out. Awesome. I wanted us to see one testimony, if it's possible.
A test?
Yeah, a test.
Okay, like a slide.
Yeah, a slide.
Okay.
Maybe before we get the caller, just from one of the viewers who is a
So
pastor.
before you call the next caller, can we see the slide?
Yeah. This, I think we've talked about this book and we'll keep on saying it. The book is titled The Value-Driven Nation. The Value-Driven Nation. And I love what Pastor said, ancient, unshakable principles.
That's what is in that book.
You find them there. All right. Okay. So this is one testimony I got personally.
Okay.
The person said, "Hello, good day, sir. I have been following you and Dr. Sunday on Pastoring Without Tears. These series are mind-blowing and highly imparting. I'm a pastor in Nigeria and I've been in ministry for over 20 years. It is now I am preparing
For real ministry. I've heard this kind of testimonies about this Pastoring Without Tears series many times. I've spoken to so many people. You know, when I sat down today looking for testimonies, it was just from my email. I couldn't look for the ones coming from Facebook because there are so many.
Yeah.
And this is this kind of thing that I've been in ministry for 20 years.
Over 20 years.
But it's
now,
just now.
I'm preparing for real ministry.
I wonder
what I have been doing all these years.
Wow, my God. Yeah, I think anybody that really wants to know what pastoral ministry is, or just what ministry is, or what Christian life is, must go and look for that
Pastoring Without Tears
playlist.
Yes.
Or, you know, Pastoring Without Tears playlist, and just take their time. Not rush. Not be rushy work.
No, you have to take your time.
And one by one go through. It's true what you wrote. The table is set.
The table is set, Pastor. The table is set. We can get the next callers if you don't.
The next caller or the next testimony.
Or the next testimony. We can go to the next
much
one.
than to go a slide. Let's hear. Talk about me.
Okay.
Let's see if we have another.
All right. So this, I think.
Or maybe the next call.
This is the beginning.
Is it? This is another one, right?
It doesn't start with hello. That's what I know. I'm looking for this. There should be a slide that has
another
hello.
one starts with hello, right?
Okay, yeah. Testimony after Pastoring Without Tears program. Hello, DSA. Happy New Year to you, sir. It's been a while since we last spoke or communicated. This is because since I resigned from Winners in November 2018, I have been on solitude like you have always advised us.
This is after the testimony after Pastoring Without Tears
program. After one of our programs.
And he's been on solitude listening to. I don't see the rest of the message.
It's going. It said, I have been on solitude like you have always advised us to. So next slide.
Protégé, yes?
Yeah. It's going to be on that slide. I will be ending on Sunday, 6th of January, but I was blessed listening to you and Dr. Anu today on how to build a 21st century cutting edge ministry.
All right. That is from the series Pastoring Without Tears.
And to discover that you were talking about solitude as the first thing any minister that wants to start a ministry should observe. I was blessed by the teaching and I know I am your true disciple.
He was actually in solitude. And when he was listening, it was about solitude.
And how on one of our previous meetings. Okay, let's see the next slide. Okay, so then he says, I will try to give you a call on Sunday evening.
Okay, don't worry about that.
Okay, let's see. I think there's still one more testimony.
Next one, Ubiri.
Yeah, slide share. Okay. So, I don't know if this is the beginning, but I'll read.
Pastor without tears.
Pastor
okay.
without tears. Okay, exactly.
That is the
Good
beginning,
morning.
yeah.
Good morning, DSA. I'm still busy listening to your teachings every day. And also bought a couple of your books, such as Who Am I, Church Shifts, Money Won't Make You Rich, The Church, The Breeding Ground for Saviors and Deliverers, Church, The Instrument to Subdue the Earth, The Essence and Value of Life, Life is an Opportunity, and etc. Nope. Next one.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, Pastoring Without Tears series have been very transformational. And the more I listen to it, the more I realize I need more guidance, mentorship, and training.
And these are people who have been in ministry for so many years.
Yeah.
And now it's a series. You see, this series is
So
mind-blowing.
Mind transformation.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and like you said, I remember I asked you we can start getting the colors. This pretty much is, yeah.
Yeah,
We can get another color.
No.
Yeah. So
you are saying something.
I remember I wrote you earlier and I said, Pastor, I need some testimonies of people who have written you. And, and he started coming.
You didn't expect so many.
You know, I asked for just maybe 2 or 3, and then it was coming, boom.
Accurate, guys.
And it was coming. I said, this is overflowing. You kept sending in.
It's becoming too much now.
Yeah, it's becoming too much. Well, these are just testimonies of what pastors who have been in ministry. You can imagine people who have been in ministry for over 20 years. Over 20 years. Being in ministry, pastoring, and they are saying it's just time for me to now start real ministry, for me to...
And that's why I would recommend for everybody to go and start listening to that series.
Of course. So, I mean, like we've said, the table is set, and pastors, you just come and feast. Pastors come and feast. So for you to watch all of the 40 episodes on Pastoring Without Tears, which is coming to an end today, just go to Dr. Sunday Adelaja on YouTube, search for the playlist Pastoring Without Tears, and you could watch all the videos, but make sure that you take it right from the first video to the last video, and take your time, study it, and get yourself equipped for ministry. The table is set. The table is set. And for those of us who wants to get these new books, the first book, as you can see here, is titled The Value-Driven Nation. The Value-Driven Nation. And the other book is Holistic Personality. Holistic Personality. I would like the book to be shown also. So that's the book right there, Holistic Personality. And Pastor says, how to enjoy life. So all of these books, you can get them if you're a subscriber on Amazon Kindle Unlimited. You can get it for free, or you could order for them on Okada Books or dsabooksplanet.com. We have a caller. Good evening, caller.
Yes, Dr. Anu. Good evening, and good evening, Pastor Sunday Adelaja. This is Solomon Raji calling from Boston, Massachusetts.
Yes, sir. How are you, my brother? Welcome. Nice to always hear your voice here.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Yeah, you have to hear my voice because you bring light to our soul.
Amen.
Pastor Anu, I was wondering you came back on time, though we missed you. I was thinking before you come back, you gotta transform complete states, you know. Anyway, that's by the way. So concerning Pastoring Without Tears, you know, initially when at the beginning of the program, you know, I saw Dr. Anu appearing. I was like, let me size this guy first. I look at his chest is still flat, you know, no muscle. And I said, what is this guy going to present to us, you know? But when the program started, I was like, oh God, DSA know exactly what he is doing. The thing is not in the chest, it's not in the hand, but it's in the mind. And it's
not in the stomach.
No, it's not in the stomach. So, honestly, I want to say I'm really blessed, even though I'm not I'm not a pastor, but I'm really blessed with this program you're doing, you know. And let me just deviate a little bit because this is time for like some testimonies and yeah, like what really met my soul is how to know God through prayer, through reading of the Bible. Those things were so practical. They were so practical. How to know God through the Holy Spirit. Oh man, that period, those teaching we are teaching, I have never heard in my life that you can know God through the Holy Spirit. You can know God through the Bible. You know, they were so amazing. And I really dipped myself into those teachings. And I also want to say concerning, you know, how to identify all these fake pastors is so easy right now. You don't need to, yeah, you don't even need to listen for 3 minutes. You should be able to identify them immediately. You know how to identify falsehood, how to identify the God of Mammon, syncretism, even the prosperity gospel. When you see a pastor trying to fake it, you will know. There is no way you will not know. For anyone that has listened to your series, it's so easy to identify. It's not something you will be thinking, I'm not too sure if this one is. You will just know it. So I want to say a big thank you for that. I'm really blessed with your books. And your books, nobody can even challenge the pace at which you are going. In fact, I was like trying to see, I said, dear, say, I've read all your books. It's a lie. The pace at which you are going, no. Nobody can catch up with it. I had a new saying the other day, even though I know I've not read this book, I say, here we go. So that's one of the best books I've read. Initially, I was thinking maybe it was, what was it called again? Sorry, my mind just went off.
Church shift?
No, not church shift. This
Plague of silence?
Plague of silence. You just read my mind. Yeah, the plague of silence. But when I started reading the truth, non-truth,
And
I
lies.
was like, no, God, and lies. Honestly, DSA, you will know that the entire earth are just full of lies and non-truth. And the worst of it is non-truth. Because the truth and lies can be easily identified.
Yeah.
So, and when you fall into non-truth,
That is
it
what the
will be
whole
hard.
world is covered with now.
I'm telling you, DSA, the entire world is covered. And the worst part of it, even in the church itself, non-truth.
But you see what happened with Benny Hinn recently now?
Oh, Pastor.
It was one of the masters now.
I can't believe it. Oh, of course, it's one of the masters because we've seen his videos. And I'm so surprised that, for him to just come out and just speak on one single truth. In fact, knew about. Look at how he's been attacked.
Yeah.
Then not to talk of you, DSA, that have spoken of truths, of series of truths. I now begin to wonder that, okay, I see the persecution. This is called persecution.
Yes.
Yeah. DSA, I want to say a very big thank you. And anybody that have been listening to you must have at least one project, a burning project in his heart to do. It's just that the problem I have is that the guys I'm using back home for my project, they don't listen to your messages.
All of them, they must listen to the message. If they don't, they cannot be trusted though.
No. The guys I'm using, because it's a kind of hospital project I'm doing back home. So, but they don't listen to your messages. I've asked them to go and listen were not listening, even though I asked them some questions. So I'm beginning to think of withdrawing it and get people that will listen to your message and carry out the vision.
Because people
They will
just
understand
want
it
to
better.
make money. People just want to do their own
Yes.
thing. They don't know that what is even more important is the transformation of their mindset.
It is. DSA, you are 1 in a million. I'm serious. Thank you very much, DSA. And God bless you. Bye-bye.
Brother Solomon, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Well,
I think we still have callers.
We still have
Today,
callers.
today. Oh.
we see how. Okay, let's
Let's keep on going.
let's get some more colors. Let's get some more colors.
Today, that today.
It's the finale, so we indulge.
Yeah, you can understand.
We indulge.
Accurate, I could solve. Did you read this?
All right, so let's get some. Then we have 3 more colors, so we'll get these colors, and
Yeah, it increases all the time. Who knows?
no, I guess that
That will be it.
That will
Okay,
be
you
it,
don't
so-
want more than 3 this time.
Oh. All right, so
I think we have a caller, no?
not
Okay,
yet.
yeah, still
Okay,
collecting,
so
yeah.
I want to quickly talk about the mentorship program that Dr. Sunday talked about. Many people who don't know how to register for the mentorship, it's very easy. Just go to sundayadelajablog.com/mentorship. So it's just easy. It's free.
And for those who want to go with us to Nigeria, go to sundayadelajablog.com/Nigeria.
Nigeria.
The
Yeah,
same thing.
very easy.
Yeah.
So you go there and then you can register for the Nigerian project, or you can register for the mentorship projects. And for Dr. Sunday's books too, these new ones, you could get them on Amazon Kindle Unlimited for free, or on Okada Books or dsabooksplanet.com. You could get all of these books there. I don't know if we have the callers ready.
Yes, I think they are connecting.
Hello.
Yeah, hello?
Hi, DSA.
Yes,
Good
ma'am.
morning. This is Adobe from California.
All right. It's been a while, Adobe.
Nice to hear from
It's
you.
been a while, DSA. I've been on a weird journey, but it's been a journey all the same. I just and one thing my journey that has brought me to is what I wanted to share.
Yes.
Because 2 callers mentioned 2 key things that resonate with what just my most recent experience. And one was be patient with the learning process.
Yep.
I think it was a gentleman that says you have to go through,
Be patient.
you can't rush
Yeah.
the process of listening to DSA's messages and wondering why it's not resonating with you. And you all, the likes of Dr. Anu and Dr. and Victor, it is their own time spent in the messages that is reflecting on who they are and
Yes.
what they are.
Yes.
It's not about I want to be close to DSA and so on.
Yes.
But there's something that I wanted to share, particularly while I'm calling, and I was at my cousin's pastoral ordination yesterday,
Okay.
and it was beautiful. It's a great thing, but there was something I just felt like, because I've been in company with DSA, I looked out at the crowd and I was like, this whole ceremony looks so like you want to be the pastor, but all these people are so anointed, but they've been boxed into that mindset that it's only these chosen few people that are on the stage, on the podium, that have been called. And I kind of lost, there was a sound in my tongue with the whole affair, and let's not even talk about you have to give to God, it's time for offering. I just sat back and I was looking at my phone, because if having walked with you this far or thus far, it's like the things that we have placed in churches, the requirements, the burden we have placed on people, I've lost interest in them. I don't feel like I am less of a Christian. I don't feel like I am not dedicated. or
Not at
committed to
all.
God
No.
if I don't do these things. And DSA, you can tell. You could see people who were, this was yesterday, midweek service possibly, and this happened, but it was like, you could see in the faces of people how I wish I was a pastor like this, how I wish it was me, and then he turns, and when the whole thing was halfway done, he's like, he's going to talk to these pastors, and he backs the congregation. And I was like, God, I wish he would turn around congregations.
Yeah.
I wish he would turn around and speak to these people who feel having results with God requires this much effort. But he said something, you see, and I'm still like, I need to find a DSA program that I can really, really resonate with, that I can really speak on, and I'm passionate about, because there are so many issues on all your messages.
Yeah.
Truth and non-truth DSA. I really think I want to go deep into that message. And why I said so is this. When that pastor said he was talking to the pastors, and he said, there is something that you are privileged, that God reveals to only you, as in, be watchful of what God is showing you. And I could understand how powerful that message was. But I also felt, how many people really heard it? Because he was talking to the pastors. But how many people amongst the congregation, how many ordinary people are not aware of what God is revealing to only them? Because we fall into this mindset as people that if your story is not out there, then your story is not special. Because we celebrate people's stories, but a lot of people feel that's not my life.
Yeah.
I haven't been through that. I it's almost like what I'm going through doesn't matter, or it's not worthy of being told.
Yeah.
So my passion really, DSA, is to go in depth with psychology, human understanding, human learning, because a lot of what is happening with Christianity is in how we have built up our understanding of things. How we have, I've been listening to a few of your messages when you came back online and you were sharing some things, and I could see some messages in the Bible that Christ was particular. I mean, if you look at it, even when the apostles or disciples were like, explain it to us, and he was like, even you.
Yeah.
It's like, stop separating yourself from me and being a fan. You're already an insider.
Yes.
A lot of church people are feeling like fans. That's why somebody will say, DSA, come and train me.
Yeah.
It's you are already an insider.
Yeah.
Paul, like, I love it when you told Anu that people were saying, what is happening in South Africa? And you said, no, I have my mandate, my dictates come from a different kingdom.
Yeah.
And you see, that is where a lot of us are responding or reacting to the chaos in the world. And it's easy for a pastor to promise you God will miraculous. I always challenge people that say something good is coming your way. I'm like, stop talking rubbish. You have to get down to the details, do the work, put in the work.
Yeah. And
I read a sign somewhere, someone said, success is not owned, it is rented, and the rent is due every day. People don't realize that the devil you think you know, that you've read that Jesus subdued, is not the devil that has a mask or an ugly face or a horn. It is the devil of doubt. Self-doubt is the biggest thing that destroys people. The feeling that you need somebody else to hold you by the hand and walk.
It's more important to have more faith in yourself than
you've got to have more faith in yourself. And what I realized recently, DSA, is that whatever you are, whoever you are, your upbringing, a lot of people feel, I am unfortunate because of where I was born. I am unfortunate because of what happened to me. I'm unfortunate because of my level of education. God knew everything that would become of you through your environment, but he chose to place you there.
Yeah.
Everything in your environment is intended to form you into who God made you, wants you to become. We should stop giving excuses. That because you were not born in America, or because you don't have light, or because you don't have education, or because you don't have mentors, God knows the limitations of the very environment he put you in.
Amazing.
God understands. It's like those he has called, he has equipped. How many people are reading their Bible with understanding that this is not a wicked God we are dealing with?
No.
It's not fair the way we treat God. It's not fair. But again, I can see it is in the understanding that we have of this God. I'm sick and tired of pastors making God look like a hero, a fan, a hero, a celebrity. God is so ordinary. God is so ordinary that he is just like the air you breathe.
It's
you don't
our
need
daddy.
Permission.
Yeah, he's our daddy.
He is so close to us. I wish people would just get it, because it's like when you see a crowd of people who are morose, so lost, so desiring to have something that they already have. I feel like it's so unfair sometimes what pastors do to people.
Yeah.
I was listening to it, Things Fall Apart from Chinua Achebe, how they have turned our brethren against us.
Yes.
How the white man has done so and so and so. And it's like, if the people never knew who they were, the value of who they were, it's easy for outside chaos to become their new reality.
Manipulate them.
So I just, DSA, your books, your audios, your YouTube, everything you are doing. It's like sometimes I have to pull myself back, and like I look at God and I question God, like, why do you let it get so difficult before it becomes so easy? And he tells me humanity happened that we only learn through pain.
Yeah.
Until your brain forms a pattern of appreciation of the struggle you went through, it will always falter. And even with determination, DSA, discipline is a daily affair. The day you decide you don't want to go and work out, the day you decide you're not going to read a book, the day you decide you're going to sleep in, you will be late to work.
Yeah.
You will suddenly gain weight. So God knows that as difficult as things are, your mindset from the day Adam and Eve decided to make their choice, that unless you go through this struggle, you will consistent. Like, I realized that, I know I've exceeded my 3 minutes, but
Don't
it's
worry,
like I've realized that.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I've realized that God, a lot of people feel God wants you to be perfect. A lot of people feel it is when they reach that thing that they promise God that they are finally a good person. No. God is so interested in how you treat a situation case by case.
Yeah.
God is not interested in you finally coming out of, you used to sleep on the street, you no longer sleep on the street. It is not the situation, it's not the ideology.
It's not the event.
It's not the event. It is who you are becoming through every single thing you are going through in life.
Daily process.
If you are not letting go of the world, of the cares, of you personalizing and claiming and owning things, owning problems, owning situations, owning anger, owning malice, owning hatred, owning hurt, if you don't release yourself from the chaos of the world, like God, it's like he's trying to let people know that he's not a wicked through one problem, 30 years, 40 years, 60 years. But he needs you to realize that all you need to do is tell yourself, this too shall pass.
Yes.
That God is faithful.
Yep.
That there's something I need to learn. It is
trust.
Like being humble, opening yourself up to the possibility that what you think is right is wrong. And that is the process God wants Christians to evaluate. When the Bible said the sons of the world are smarter than the sons of the kingdom, let us look into that statement.
Yeah.
Jesus said it. It was like a one-liner in the Bible, but it's so powerful, DSC. I was watching the replay yesterday of ye tither will be blessed, and if you don't tithe, you will not be blessed. Come on. In this country called America, there's so much jobs everywhere. Too many jobs. People can decide that they don't want to work and just be receiving. That's how easy it is to get work or decide not to work. There's a success in America. Successful people in America, when you listen to them on their Instagram or YouTube pages, when they tell you how consistently they failed, but they consistently persisted, you will realize that our people who are seeking miracles, yes, that was the second thing another caller said, shortcuts.
Yeah.
People looking, I think that was the letter you read, people looking for miracles are creating shortcuts to God. It does not work.
Yeah.
Nigerians need to see miracle is God's decision.
Yeah.
When Christ healed the blind man from birth and they asked him, who sinned, this man or his parent? They said it was not, your thinking is flawed.
Yeah.
This is the glory of God. There's too much solution for us to be expecting God to give you miracle just to drink water.
Yeah.
It's rubbish.
True.
Get to work. Find what you can think of can solve.
Yeah.
Successful people are solution providers.
Yep.
They're not parasites. This is the problem people don't understand. Somebody said the biggest problem of African Americans is their entitlement. Entitlement in the workplace, entitlement in government.
Government must do this.
Entitlement. Yes, you were slaves, but cut it out with the entitlement mentality.
Yeah.
Get to work. The same thing I want to say to Nigerians. Stop this government. Government is a group of people who are supposed to decide that, okay, as a collective, this is where we are going. How qualified are you as a follower even? Or you think, a lot of people think it's just enough to say my opinion. Your opinion is nothing. Facts are important.
Yeah.
Your level of understanding matters. A lot of times I would say democracy is government understand how things work. Because if you understood how things work, people will say rich people are not being taxed as much as the poor. Rich people are providing jobs. They are providing infrastructure. Do you even understand where to start if you want to? See, people don't appreciate what they don't know.
Yeah.
It is when you so many times you see people get into courses and they are dropping out. Why? Because they thought it was easy.
Yeah.
You look at the glory on Instagram, you thought it was easy. A lot of people think it's easy to be you, DSA. All you do is come online and talk and go. A lot of people really think it's easy to be you. I wish you would show us a day in your life, a day in your solitude. Then somebody will ask himself, can I do 5 hours undistracted? Can I do 30 minutes focused on one thing? Because when you do 30 minutes, DSA, to focus on something, that is when you will appreciate because you will go over and over and over and become frustrated with your lack of focus.
Yeah.
That is when you will understand that being able to focus by itself is an art. You have to determine what is important to you, what is valuable to you.
Right.
DSA, I appreciate you. I appreciate what you have done. I appreciate you answering the call of God, because it takes a man like you to start this journey. Many have started and failed, but you stuck it out. What you are doing, I have seen it that where this man is, this is a level of consistency. It's not favor, it's not miracle, it's not gifting. This is a level of persistent, obsessed consistency. A lot of people might not understand it, but I appreciate you for being consistent. I don't appreciate you for anything else, but for being consistent. Because for someone like me who look at you, and I look at your consistency, I am not getting results because I don't have the level of consistency this man has. Nothing else. You are not more gifted than some people. You are not more, more intelligent than some people.
Yes.
I listen to you mix words sometimes when you say things, even when you were doing the African thing.
Yes.
But I realize your results are coming from a level of consistency that is considered madness.
Yes.
And it can only be gotten. Like, if you are not all in, you are either hot or cold, God says. And dare say you are hot for God. Thank you for once again opening a chapter that we thought was closed when Paul left. God bless you, and thank you so much for allowing me this time. Appreciate you guys so much.
You have been away for so long, so we are just enjoying your mind and your wisdom.
I've just been in a learning process, DSA. I've just been in a learning process.
You are doing well, Adora.
I try because every time I think I have gotten a concept or an idea, the Holy Spirit takes me back and kind of just brings it down again, and I'm like, no,
I hope you are reading. I hope you are also reading my books, because some of that might be where you will find a topic that you might want to handle.
I believe I have to get. I will narrow it down to
because when you talk about non-truth, you can check on that book. Because I have a book on that, and then just check out on different topics. You will see God will lead you to the right one you might want to hear.
I believe you. Amen. Thank you so much.
Take care of yourself, and greetings to Mom.
Thank you.
Definitely.
God bless.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wow. Words of wisdom.
Yeah.
They're just gushing and flowing.
Yeah. She's a deep thinker.
Yeah.
And a thinking man. You know, when the African something, I use, they don't know that when first of all, I don't even use English. I only started using English recently. Secondly, when I'm doing that program, I am not.
There's no rehearsals.
Huh?
What?
No, when I'm doing, no rehearsal, number one. Number two, I'm so focused on getting the message out that I don't even care for the English or grammar or anything. So there is one particular word that I make a lot of mistakes each time, but I don't redo them. I just let them come. I don't have time. Anybody who wants will get what we need. There was one thing, I think I said they are taking the country old style instead of saying old stage. But I know that people who want to, in this country and in Europe in general, you are used to the fact that what matters is your thought. It's not the little details. But at least you pass the message across. So but I'm sure people knew what I wanted to say. Okay, who is that?
All right, good evening, caller.
Yes, good evening, DSA and Dr. Anu.
That is the person whose letter that I read. Maybe you didn't.
You exposed me. So you exposed me, DSA. Good evening.
Maybe you didn't even hear when I read the letter.
I didn't hear actually. I stepped out.
Okay. Don't worry about it then. Let's continue the talk. I just said that you said you were listening to me for 5 to 6 hours, and that is the that is the secret.
Yes. I just want to express my gratitude to you and to Dr. Anu for bringing up Pastoring Without Tears on a live program like this. I have read that book, Tears, and I've sold it. I've made some money out of it. But I must tell you the truth, DSA, I didn't know as much as I know now as a result of what I discovered through this program, Pastoring Without Tears. And what I've also realized is that there is more to what you say than what we hear. Hello?
Everything I say are always pregnant. How I wish people would know that.
Yes, there is more. In fact, what I just came to discover is that there is this portion of the Bible where Jesus said in Mark chapter 4, verse 23 to 25, he said, let him that has ears hear, and that take heed to what you hear. He said, to him who has, more will be given.
Yes.
Yes. And to him who does not have, even what he has will be taken away from him.
Yeah.
And I've come to discover that when people hear you talk just at the surface value, and they don't go deep, they don't ask questions, they don't do research, they even lose what they get at the surface value.
And they will be getting annoyed and angry.
Yes. Honestly, because I mean, this whole series on Pastoring Without Tears is more than a whole Bible school. It's more than the Bibles. I don't know any Bible school in this world that has the kind of resources and information that God has used you to bring to us. Because what this program has done to me is that having known that Christianity and the way church is being done in not just in Nigeria, not just even in Africa, including other places, because some of the African big fathers are also looking up to others in America and all that, So knowing that the foundation is faulty and the way the gospel is being preached is not the right way. So it's like, where do we start from? Where is the model? How do we know? Now Pastoring Without Tears has brought it open and has made it easy for everybody to where to start from and how to grow from where you start. So I want to thank you, DSA, from the depth of my heart. I'm one of the greatest beneficiaries of this program. Even though I've not been calling as such, I've not been calling on the program as such, but I take time. I do deep research. That's why I wrote you today. So I'm so grateful. And Dr. Anu, I want to thank you sincerely from the depth of my heart, and all the team who have been working behind the scene to make this program possible. My gratitude to all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Pastor. Greetings to Abuja.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Mola days.
Mola dates, yes.
Yes.
Mola dates, yes. You I always say this thing, eh? And you catch it.
Yes.
Thank you. God bless.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Speaking our Russian language.
Yeah, he picked it up. I think he has been listening so much that he he picked it up.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Pastor. We have one more caller before we round up. Well,
it will be the final one,
it will be the final call. Amazing. Well, pastors, there you have it. The table is set.
Yeah, we'll be going for 3 hours, huh?
Yeah. The table is set.
Since it's the last one, so
yeah,
I think
it's what.
It's understandable.
Yeah. So we're going to get the final caller for today. The books, as you can see,
the value-driven nation on the cause of for the independence of
Nigeria,
our beloved nation, Nigeria. Yeah. I think we have a caller.
Good evening, caller.
Good evening, DSC, and good evening, Dr. Anu.
Well, good evening, sir.
Yes, this is Pastor Gavin calling from Warri.
I thought about you when Pastor Edwin was speaking. Because when Pastor Edwin said he's the greatest beneficiary, I know one person who always look forward to Pastor without tears. And it was you that came to my mind. Pastor Gavin, you were, I thought about you.
You think you can argue that position as the greatest beneficiary?
As the greatest beneficiary.
No, I should be the first beneficiary.
Yeah. So I'm so happy you called in.
God bless you, sir. I just came online now. I just saw that the program was still on, and I said, no, I just need to call, and more especially to just appreciate you people, sir. For
it's the last one today.
Wow. Okay, you mean it?
It's the final episode.
Well, the truth is that for the, I think I've not listened to the 3 or 4 series, but the other ones that I've been doing, that you've done more than 20 something, about 30. I've listened to it more than twice or thrice.
This is the 40th episode. 40.
Yeah. Okay, I have about 33, and those 33 I've listened to it about thrice.
Wow.
Like that, and I can say that this program has really blessed me, has really shaping my perspective about life, about ministry more especially. Like that, like as you may know, our ministry just clock 1 year, just some early this month, and I've been able to bring most of the things I've learned through this program into the system, and I've seen results, and I've seen a different perspective from ministry, the way people see it here, and I don't just have to say thank you, sir, for this great job. I just know that I will have to go and update my life, my video on pastoring without tears, and over and over again, because they are deep thoughts that you people shared in this program.
Amazing.
Pastor Gavin, we'll be expecting you back one of these days. Your own videos also are trending on YouTube.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much for the good work.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I have a lot of testimony, a lot of things I have learned, which I have put in place, which have really yielded results. For example, I'll just mention one. When we were clocking our 1 year anniversary, we did free medical cares for the environment, because you said that ministry should affect the people. We should have ministry outside the 4 walls of the church.
Yes, sir.
Ministry should be what can you do to impact the people? And when you were talking about numerical growth and the rest, you were talking about what can you do. So most of these things we are able to put them into practice. And I see I see tangible results. I see people appreciating Christianity from another different light because of the perspective we are coming from.
Wow.
I trust that one of these days I'll be able to. I was even planning, actually, so I was planning to write you a correspondence, a letter to just share some of the testimony.
I would like to hear I would like to see the mail.
I will sit down and just I draft something like that and send it down to you so that you see. So I just see it. I said, let me just call and appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. You are somebody that you sat down and you actually revealed the secret of your ministry to us without hiding anything, and it's so wonderful. It's only God that can bless you, sir. Thank you, Pastor Anu, for the great job.
Thank
God
you,
bless
sir.
you, sir.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. Blessings, sir.
Bye.
Yeah.
Well, Pastor Gavin, I'm happy you call. It's interesting.
It's in the spirit.
Yeah. Yes. Wow. It's been a wonderful journey so far. Thank you so much, callers who have called in to share your testimony, to share your thoughts. And thanks to all of our viewers who has been with us from the first episode, those who joined during the course of this series. Thank you for joining. For those of you who are still here with us even till this point in time, thank you. I want to throw out a challenge to everyone who is listening. You know, many people talk about this program and they say this program has helped them in their lives as individuals. Well, what that means is that if you can share this video with your friend, or not just this video, but this whole series. So it's not just the table that is being set for pastors, but I want to believe that this table is set for everybody, because the things that will be learned here will be useful and vital for everybody. So do well to share these series and these video teachings with your friends, with your family members, and tell them that, hey, the table is set for you to eat and feast and enjoy from these lessons on pastoring without tears or living without tears. And I definitely would not end this video without appreciating Dr. Sunday for the opportunity and for entrusting me with this task. Many of you might know, you might not know, but you know, Dr. Sunday, he literally he just sat me down the first day and said, "This is your show. This is your show. Go and whatever you want to do, I'm just going to come down and sit." And that's how it has been for most of the shows. So he just comes and he sits down. But I want to thank you, sir, for the gift of trust. To sit down, draft how the program should be, and for the opportunity to learn. And I thank you for it. And I'm learning. And I think I saw a post by Dr. Success, and he said the greatest gift that you can give to your mentor or to your trainer is the results that you produce. And we're working hard, sir. Working hard on myself to produce corresponding results of the level of investments I'm receiving from you. So thank you from my heart.
My honor.
Thank you, sir.
I thank you for putting in your best for this show, and I think that it has answered the questions of thousands of people, and I hope for the rest of our own lifetime it will keep on answering people's questions, and when we will not be here, when we'll be in heaven with Jesus, this series will still keep on answering people's questions as long as there is a church on the earth. And as long as people still want to serve him, they will be in need of this series. So, good job. And thank you, everybody, for being here. We're going to be back every Friday, and next Friday, too, only for another topic called
Fixing Nigeria.
Fixing Nigeria. So, till then,